Standing by.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Complete.
Tajigen, Ohayo gozaimasu, is your favorite superstar maniac, the multi-dimensional Tajigen Khaiden, a sentient star cluster in VTuber V Singer form. We are many cosmic minds combined to form a single entity on a higher plane of existence. You know, this is really working out, isn't it? To have the thing in the back like this that we had a long time before. In the days before I upgraded my model to this beautiful thing done by VTuber Papa, Kakarizuki Kage, still praising the hell out of him, because he deserves that praise. And now it's different than before because I'm like not centered on it. Would it look better if I were centered? I would have to change the entire overlay, and I don't want to just return to the exact same overlay we had before, right? You know, this kind of works, but now it feels like, what do we have on the right side of the screen, right, to make this work? I really like this now. I really have come to like this a lot. Yeah. Yeah, I really like it. But nah, let me put myself in the usual place. Like the usual position. Yeah, questions you ask which I don't have the answer to. I don't know, Mist. I don't know, Mist. You saying something there in the chat, even just for that, is appreciated though. As always. But yeah, Eureka. Here's another question though. Here's another question. Maybe you can answer this, Mist. You can be casual about Eureka, right? You can have a casual session in there. No, mania. No. Getting sucked in. No. Sweatiness. You know. You can do that, right? Because that's what we're doing today, right? Look. The intent today is to have a short stream. Oh yeah, and sorry you had to be delayed 1 hour, by the way, but... Define casual? Oh, now I'm the one that can't answer a question. But, I'm not sure. But... already before, even had it been, you know, set an hour earlier like this was supposed to be, it was gonna be the length I'm thinking it's gonna be, which, I don't know, somewhere between 2 and 3 hours. We'll see what happens, we'll see how it goes. And you know, that's like an approximate... Certainly not gonna be 14 hours, which is what we're doing next week. I'm sorry I haven't been able to do a formal announcement yet, but I'm gonna pull a Nintendo and just do a formal announcement for it a few hours before at this rate. But if Nintendo can do it, why not? I can do it too. But I said it in the Lurin stream last week, you know, the Shadowbringers Sabaton. It's just, I'm having a hard time just like, not just coming up with some more incentives to really have a good list of incentives, but putting together a decent looking graphic at least, you know. We'll see. We'll try something. Graphic design is not my passion, though I have gotten a lot of experience doing thumbnails and all that, but man, don't ever make me start with a blank canvas. Templates are everything to me. Anyway, as we talk about that, let's again travel to FF14, to Eureka Still Pagos. Now, just because we're starting Shadowbringers doesn't mean we won't see more of Eureka, the Allied Societies of Stormblood and all that. That's still a plan, how we're gonna do that, I'm not sure yet, but we'll figure it out. There will be quite a few weeks with like, maybe more than one FF14 stream-ish. But no, it's not the time to see that Shadowbringer screen yet. This is gonna be one of the last times we see the Stormblood screen. That is the plan indeed, to star Shadowbringers next week. Now, it is the priority to have it be nothing but Shadowbringers the entire 14 hours, because Friday 14, also, why is it 14 hours in case you're wondering? Because it's Friday 14, therefore, it's Friday 14, Final Fantasy 14, 14-hour Shadowbringers Sabaton stream. That's 6 Fs in a row and 3 S's in a row. Perfection, isn't it? Excellent, excellent. you know, putting all of Shadowbringers just with one word, because no need to do SHB or anything like that. Just that. Oh yeah, still wearing the Halloween outfit. I want to wear it for my entire stay in Eureka today. I just want to keep wearing that. Yeah, we're just gonna wear that. Man, I need to really get an outfit like this outside of the game as well, because it's very doable. Where can you get a tie that looks exactly like that one? You ever want to do a cosplay that's easier than other cosplays? It would be something like this, right? What I like about the staff is that it fits the entire vibe really well too. But yeah, I'll glamorize. Wait, we did Eureka. No, wait, we did Eureka a little bit after we did the collab with the Lurian, right? So I was already wearing this on my Black Mage set for Eureka. Specifically the what was it called again? Gear set. Yeah, there we go. We are on the Eureka set. There we go. We're here. We can begin immediately. I have expired Gagpok tickets though. Let me see. I'll bother with them some other time. Let's really make a beeline for it. Usually in these streams, we've also done things such as, you know, going straight for allied societies and beast tribes. A little bit of that, and then bam, Eureka. No such thing today. It really is going to be dedicated to it. It's still the objective to finish the entire thing. See the entire story of Kryl and more. By the way, if any of you would like to join me, do let me know. Or see if you can get in the same instance. I can leave the instance and we can form a party and then we go back in. But for now, let's just go in. Let's just go in. New challenge log. I haven't touched the game since the stream last week. And yeah, you know, that means I didn't get to take the screenshots I wanted to take. Next year! Maniac Matter and all that. Maybe I can sort of pull some from the stream itself. No, and it's been great because I told you about this on Wednesday. I discovered another game akin to Spirit City Lo-Fi Sessions, which is going to have an update soon. Called Go, Focus with Your Avatar. Like, it's Go because it's like Van Gogh. I think that's how you pronounce it. Correct me if I'm wrong. But it's great because you customize your room and everything, and it allows you to use images in your PC. So one thing I kind of did, I need to now put some FF14 screenshots because there's this room that already comes with like a little, I forgot what it's called, but that thing where you can put like pins, post-its, postcards. It comes with some things you can put as a postcard. I put a few screenshots from Pokemon Legends CA and Pokemon Violet. And now I gotta put one for FF14. And like, it is like my travels through many dimensions. It was so cool. It was so cool. And of course, I put pictures of myself everywhere across the room because of course I'm gonna do that. I did do other things, so I have like some artwork of Sonic the Hedgehog as a poster because of course. We're dropping frames. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 what is happening now? This is the... Speaking of Illurin Direstorm, this is the thing that happens to him with the Fugitech thing. Fugitech. I'm gonna disable the source, but hold on. I'm gonna color this source so I can refer back to it because it's hard to find with my sources. I guess green is a good color. I don't have anything else in green, right? I'll give it a teal color. Well, for example, the Elgato source is red because the only thing I use that for is a Nintendo Switch. I don't have another thing to use it for, like a PS5 or another PC. And if I ever use it for another console in the future, it's going to be a Switch 2 most likely, right? So red is good for Nintendo. Then I forgot what I gave other sources. I guess PC Face became purple. Is it? Wait, I don't see the source. Does it only color it for one scene? What the heck is up with that? Well, let's give it that. But alright. Back to Eureka. I was about to look at my graphics settings. Let me run around a little bit. Oh, also, let's see who's in the instance, actually. I'm just gonna do my things usually. A lot of these players are in the earlier levels of Pagos. If we're lucky today, we can get to level 35 and get to the end of the levels when it comes to this. I don't think we'll have time to finish all the quests with Kryl. Would be cool if we did, but I don't think so. Why am I just going out like this? Let's see if we can find enemies on my level. Though I might, it can be any element. I can just, it's just going back to scratch with the challenge log. There's no way to track a challenge log thing, right? I could have sworn there was one, but I'm thinking of other games, I guess. Chotomate. Vlondet's Retreat, Which was which? Gravitational study seems like around that area and a bit further we'll find enemies in the 30s, and well, enemies much, yeah, no wait, too high level, no. Well, they're beyond the level cap. It's a challenge for any player, but solo I don't think we should do that. Okay, level 34 Val Snippers. What else is around here? Ugh, if we die, we lose a level. That's gonna be annoying. Honestly, at this point, it's just slightly annoying. I still want to make sure we can at least... Before we finish .0 Shadowbringers, Stormblood still lingers on in the form of the Allied Societies / Peace Stripes, seeing them all the way to their conclusion. And... Heaven on High and Eureka. Yeah. 2 ends in that sentence. That's okay, I bring the skills that kills, I can do whatever I want. With the English language! With grammar, they're all level 34. I don't want to have somebody 2 levels above me, ideally. Okay, you know what, let's see how we do against this bad boy here. First of all, though, Potion of Harmony. I don't have any food to buff myself, do I? I should have, like, taken some. Some things need to get out of the inventory. Oh yeah, this thing I was gonna put in my apartment or something. What am I gonna do with all this? Anyway, let's try you. Or wait. Let's set those ley lines. Ah, for heaven's sake, now you're not in range. There we go. For heaven's source sake. Let's not forget our dots. I can use Mana Word, but you know, there will be limitations right here. Okay, that's good damage. That's very good damage. Wait. Oh, whoops. Didn't mean to activate that. To teleport myself right back to my ley lines, or rather jump towards them. Instantly hover towards them. But yeah, the challenge log. Ah, yes, I got the Ambulario mount. Anyway, yeah, the challenge log, field operations, just anything here, right? Let's get the experience. Let's keep the experience coming. Just so. Quite so. I want to sound like the first Doctor from Doctor Who, apparently. Oh yes, now I did intend to jump to the ley lines like that. That's the way to do it. Sometimes I don't do that enough, you know? In the middle of a dungeon or something, and I haven't done dungeons in quite a bit. We'll get back to the group of things, okay? Oh yeah, didn't finish this train of thought I was talking about earlier. So, the 14-hour Shadowbringer Sabaton, right? I feel like there can be incentives related to doing roulettes or who knows what, right? But keeping them to a minimum so we can still do Shadowbringers itself, right? It's just, we'll see. We'll see how the experience gets altered, right? First time I'm ever doing a Sabaton theme around an entire game too. And one in which the timer neither decreases nor increases. It's just the 14 hours as they are. That can still be a Sabaton. Just a different type. Shadowbringer stun. Doesn't quite work to say that. Shadowton. Sounds like I'm gonna be playing Shadow the Hedgehog the entire stream. Oh, I was losing a lot of health here. I mean, could you imagine if I play Shadow the Hedgehog, the 2005 video game, and no matter how many streams it takes, my objective is to see all possible 326 different ways to go through the game, because, yeah, and 327, I guess, with the last story, if you count that as separate. There's 10 endings, and then the actual last ending, 11 in total. But the ways you can get to each of those endings, 326 different combinations. Permutations, is that the right term here, or am I thinking of something different? Well, anyway, I just want to sound fancy. I'm like a smug villager in Animal Crossing. Permutations, right? And so, yeah. Some people have done it, of course. Some people have done it in Let's Play style and all that, but that's different. That's different. I'm thinking of that website I discovered recently. I didn't know this was a thing. Retro Achievements, I think it's called, in which they somehow add achievements to retro games. Yes, there is one for doing all 326 library sequences in Shadow the Hedgehog. Do you remember me? Captured you and set you free. I am all of me. Can you imagine? tell you the truth, I do want to play Shadow the Hedgehog on stream someday. Not be mad enough to go for all 326 things, but we do want to go for like the final ending at some point. Just like we would go for the last story in Sonic Adventure 1, and I do eventually want to do Sonic Adventure 2. I guess it's just being further delayed, but... Sonic Heroes before Shadow, though, in that order. It maybe stops at around Shadow, or mostly the Adventure era-ish video games, which to me stop at Sonic 06. From Sonic Adventure 1 to Sonic 06 is how I have that era. Then there's a sort of bridge in between this and the, let's say, the Boost era, which still carries on to this day. Arguably, the Modern era is called, but that just means the Modern era has lasted for over 15 years, I think. I am getting nearly killed here. We gotta be really careful, man. What did I say about being careful? Maybe we should go for lower level enemies. At the very least, I'm going through the challenge log like this, getting some good experience. These were water aspected, water or wind aspected. These were water aspected enemies, no more than 2 elemental levels below your own. I'm at 32. That's why I said, if they're 1 level above you, that's manageable, as long as it's only 1 at a time. 2 levels is where it really starts to get dangerous, as you can see right there. Let's try Blondet's Retreat. It's just, I'll have to go quite far to find enemies on my level now, or... yeah, we don't have the Fate right there. What about this one here? Kind of hard to reach it from here. Let's just go further somewhere. If we could take care of Sprites and or Ashkin. No, Ashkin right now though, it's 11 AM, but if we could do that, that would be great. I don't see any activity going on with people here though. Like in terms of Notorious Monsters and all that. I see you, Mist, I see you. Do send me a tail or anything if you want to party up. You know, I'm mostly just focusing on my own thing, of course. I'm happy to help though. We had that stream some weeks ago that was a Eureka stream where we just lingered on longer for the other person to also get their challenge log stuff and all that. Let's go. Oh yeah, that was the last Anemos stream actually. Yeah, the last stream in Anemos. Because I got my things. Not only did I get all challenge log done or something like that, I think. I also got... no, this price too low level, right? I also got, you know, the level cap. Ready for Anemos. Well, ready for Pagos, I mean. Only that I had sold my Anemos crystals, I think. I don't remember what it was. And, okay. That's gonna have to be left for another time, is what I said. And what were we at? That was like the 9-hour mark at that point. I would have liked to have another stream today in which we do go back to the earlier start time on Fridays. It's been 2 weeks in a row like this. Last week is also because of the collab. The time and learning was available, but also because construction work is still happening around me. And it's earlier in the day that it tends to happen. Not on a Sunday, though. Not usually, anyway. So, yeah. There's some major remodeling going on. Happens here and there. Already, you know, I've been streaming quite a while now, so it feels like I've said this a lot, but it's not like it happens every week or something, right? What level are you all? 29, 29... Yeah, because this feels like a threshold before we get you just have a level spike. But yeah, level 30 is good enough. That's no more than 2 levels below my own. But yeah, you can't just go through here, can we? It's just gravitational studies was a bit too heated. Yeah, snow everywhere. Cold region, but alright. Hopefully this does it. Bunch of Pagos Crocs. Crocs. You're not Killer Crocs, you're killed Crocs after I'm done with you. What was Killer Croc from, like Batman, I think? Or Spider-Man? I can't remember. Could have just jumped back to the ley lines. So, you know, we still have a bit of the spooky season lingering on. The Halloween aftermath ends today, at most. The first week of November. And now, yeah, we can begin getting ready for the December holidays. Yes, yes, yes. I gotta prepare even more. Really go harder with the overlays. And all that. And, it's the same way with that one. For me, for the first week of January, the entire first... Well, you know, there's New Year's and all that, right? The last week of December after the 25th. And it's not just Christmas necessarily. There's also things like Frostfall that are inspired by it, but just so it's not tied to one specific version of things. Oh, no, 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 no. We're not limited to only Santa Claus, are we? We have Jack Frost and... Well, I think that may also come for Christmas, I don't know, but something like that. Just gonna chill for now. If you need a rest, I can come and get you. Okay, good to know, Mist. Yay, I can be reckless now, right? Let's pull a lot of them. Let's go, let's go. Yeah, you. You can just revive me, right? It's good, it's good. Nah, of course not. I think we can take on 2 of them, though. Let's give it a try. 2 levels beneath my own. Let's go. Oh, should be doing... I'm not doing as much damage here, actually. Wait, what's going on with my Blizzard too? I think I didn't hit the second one. Alright. Asobio, what the? Oh yeah, I wasn't doing a lot of damage because it was mostly... The AoE just takes so much longer to set up, you know? I keep forgetting. Much preferable to do the single attack here. Alright. Instantaneous, let's go. But let's go for this Blizzard. Blizzard! I don't know why I say it like that. That's not actual Japanese pronunciation of it. For some reason I thought it was. You know a lot of what I do for Pokemon. Sanda Borto, which actually started in World of Final Fantasy. When we streamed that. That's something that I've done in my head for years. Blizzardo! Like, for Pokemon games. It's a great thing you can bring to streams if you ever stream. A recommendation a lot of people make, right? Okay, advice for new streamers, like, you're struggling to say something in dead... You're struggling with dead air. Say your thoughts out loud. Chances are you have a lot of thoughts when you're playing video games. Well, whether related to the video game or not. Right? And I've always had no shortage of them. But then, there's something like that sometimes. You have something like that you were doing. Sanda Borto, just calling out the attacks in your head. Start calling them out loud. Maybe you'll feel like you need to polish them, like, oh, it sounded better in my head. I feel, at least I feel like that's what happens to me with some of them sometimes. Saying evolution, mega evolution. I'm trying not to sound too goofy when I say that, but I can't say it seriously like I want to say it seriously. So I kind of have to say it goofily, otherwise it's a weird in-between. Miss Waiver Resurrection Insurance does not cover cases of on-purpose questionable decisions. Who said it was on purpose? The purpose is to kill them, if that's what you mean. Yeah. There you go. Questionable. Anything is questionable. Nothing is true. Everything is permitted. As they say in Assassin's Creed. Why is the snow white? Why is... you know, you ever wonder why snow is white? There's a reason. That's how science is born, by questioning things. What's wrong with questionable? What's wrong with that? Everything is questionable. It's fine for the insurance policy, right? Imagine I say that to, like, an insurance agent. Sir, Mr. Tajigen, you're doing very questionable decisions. Well, yes, that's the root of science, isn't it? Yeah. That's the root of science. I needed to see what would happen if I just, you know, that part next to the road when I was driving my car, there was a fun-looking mountain there. I wanted to see if I could scale it with the vehicle alone. Experimentation, science. That's how innovation happens too. What's wrong with questionable, Mr. Agent? Surely that's gonna go over well. I'm sure. Buddy, good to see you. How's it going? Over there in the red dimension. So we don't display all the chats. I mean, the in-game chat is also not displayed there. There's a hurricane coming? Goodness. Hope you're safe. Stay in the back. There's a hurricane coming through. Sorry, just cheeky reference I'm doing to a pro wrestler. Every single time I say that word, it comes to mind. Well, that and Kamen Rider B3's bike. Harigen, Typhoon. Da-da-da. I'm alright, just on hiding. Take it easy. Hope everything is safe. A lot of the times, you could end up being safer than you think for one of those, but you never want to underestimate them. Or maybe precisely because you didn't underestimate them, right? I've been through some. Nothing extreme though, I guess. Or maybe. It was, but I was well protected. I don't know. Just hear what happens when one spontaneously combusts Mr. Insurance Agent? Exactly. Questionable, you say? I mean, as I said, you gotta question things for science. What's wrong? You're gonna tell me you're biased against scientists? That's not right. You should not discriminate somebody just because they choose a profession, Mr. Agent. You can't do that in your insurance. Your company says you insure. That's how you say it, right? Insure any profession. Something like that is what it said on the slogan on the website. Company.com, that's the website, right? But yeah, I'm doing fine with E. With just questioning reality, saying questionable things. Yeah, saying things like, you can just be casual in Eureka, right? No sweatiness, no danger of death, of getting sucked in, of having what was originally going to be 10 hours of grinding turned into 100 hours. No such thing, right? Alright, I'm jesting. As a jester, I can be a lot, but Eureka can be quite chill. Just as any grinding can be chill in its own way. As long as I'm not overdoing it and just actually pulling a lot of them. I feel like 2 of them is even too much for me. It's just comfy just to pull 1 of them at a time. I don't like the way my AoE is. Oh, okay, and then I do mistakes like that. That's not the right skill I should have used there. But yeah. I just pressed the delete reality button to see what happens. It was just so pressable. Questionable decision indeed. It's a questionable decision because I was asking a question. And that's what made me make the decision. Because I had a question. And I wanted to answer that question. Question. Say that word enough times and that's such an easy word to... And it can happen with any word, right? You say it enough times and then it doesn't sound like the word anymore, kind of. Sounds just like it sounds. Question is just like that. It's one of those that's... I don't know how you feel about it, Tajigen. Something satisfying about saying the Sean part when it's ST in the middle. I don't know why. But it's one of those English words like that. You know, like when you see the word shop, but instead of the modern spelling is an old English, ye old English spelling. S-H-O-P-P-E. Shop. Ye old barber shop. Yes, give me a nice mustache here in the early 1900s, Mr. Barber. Let's go. The old barber shop. Something like that. Just extra fanciness. Or no, I think I said this. This wasn't the TSD that I mentioned because we've been doing Hades. Which is... We're almost gonna stop streaming Hades for the sake of prioritizing other games, but... it's like the word magic, but you add the K at the end after the C. You don't replace the C. Sometimes they do that. Sometimes I've seen that, but no, usually CK at the end, right? Ah, this is magic. Okay, I see. It's a fantasier fantasy. There we go. Oh yeah? You have fantasy in your setting? I have fantasier fantasy in my setting. Maybe I'll have even the fantasist. Judge, Mr. Mistweaver, you're hereby declared guilty of pressing buttons in inappropriate ways several times. My goodness, this escalated. Inappropriate! You're saying all scientists are inappropriate then. That's not right. This is a scientific method. What was the scientific method again? It's not about questioning necessarily, right? I forget. I'm just a mad scientist. The mad part is key there, you know? One of these days I'll have a costume for a Halloween. Like, I mean a more elaborate costume than just wearing the witchy hat, which is still... It was still so nice, right? I don't know, I may be finding more excuses in the future to wear more hats. Alright. With this one, we'll have the basic version of this challenge log entry. It's 3:24 p.m. in-game. So no Ashkin yet. If I see any Ashkin pop up here, I'll definitely take a look at it. Or... Okay, let's take a pause for a second after, as I did that. Let me open a tracker. I don't know if anybody's keeping a tracker here. I haven't asked. There doesn't seem to be heavy activity anyway. But I wanted to see, just to see, because it shows you as well, you know, where you have, let me see. Where was the map? You know, FF14-Eureka.com. And that's 14 with the Roman numbers. So FFXIV-Eureka.com. New Pyros. Oh yeah, a detail map. Pagos, not Pyros. That's the map I was looking for. Where was I again? Right at the edge of the eastern edge, basically. What was the icon for night spawn, Ashkin? Okay. Oh yeah, and there's like blizzard. Spawn, snow spawn, fair skies, heat waves, fog. Wait, that figures more into the later areas, but I don't see any night spawns in the area I'm at. Wait. The enemies I'm killing, do they go into... they're called Pagus Crocs. No, okay, they're not gonna spawn anything. Never mind. Alright. If they did, it's possible somebody took care of the boss that spawns from them, but yeah. Actually, I gotta be careful because I could end up spawning a level 34 boss or something, and like, ugh, hold on a minute. You never know. They tend to be much lower level than the enemies you have to kill, so this would have probably been like level 23 or something. I'm actually kind of looking at the others. Not that I'm going for any of them. Night falls in 9 minutes. Wait, 9 minutes? Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay, I guess that's right. Currently 4 p.m. 6 p.m. or so is when it does it. 5 gnats at Pagos. Shudders. Oh, goodness. I see, that wasn't frightening enough. 5 gnats at Freddy's, I mean. FNAF. I don't know why it's turned into FNAF. Is it just me kind of coming up with something like that out of nowhere, or is that the actual way it's said? You know how Star Wars: The Old Republic turns into SUTOR? SUTOR, I tried to say, so it's not an actual SUO, had an O in the middle out of nowhere. Before the other O, that is. SUTOR. Not everything can be a LOTRO, right? Something that sounds like a word in itself that's easy to say. WoW, World of Warcraft, which in itself is a word, or an onomatopoeia, I don't know. No, onomatopoeia is not the word. Onomatopoeia is more like blams, cracks, crash, or something like that. Wow is like saying, well, Eureka. Not the same meaning, but like the same kind of spirit, right? Eureka! We made it! One could easily just make that joke every time you make it out of an area, or you achieve your relic or something. Don't think I'm forgetting about Civilization, Eureka moments. I think it's Civ 5 that has those for science. Speaking of science, Eureka moments. In F14, you don't grind Eureka, Eureka grinds you. But that's actually quite accurate, I think. But yeah. But yeah, we're killing these fast. When I get to level 33, if it keeps going well, I might just get to level 33 from these Pagus Crocs alone. I am paying attention to the chat, though. If somebody says there's a spawn and it's, like, decent for my level, I'll be on my way towards it. I know where to come to kill these Crocs. It's just a matter of getting to 60 of these. But then it also means I don't want to go for fire enemies after this. But anyway, we still need 25 more. You know, something I love to do... I gotta talk about this in a future Satsudan stream because I've gone haywire with like systems, gamifying things in my life and everything, but Eureka is still there, a bit of Finch. I used to even do Task Hero, which looked like a really nice app, but it was getting overwhelming to have so many of them, right? Hell, Pokemon Sleep does this, but... where was I going with this train of thought? I forgot. Oh yeah, one thing I like to do that I've always liked to do for a while. And since Go, you know, has really helped with productivity recently. As I said, we gotta do a co-work stream sooner than later, but yeah. Something I like to do is imagine if they have a certain number of things, rather than just counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 each time, if they match a number that can work, or something like Pokemon badges, Mega Man Robot Masters, the Doctors from Doctor Who, I don't know. I try to imagine that. Let's say we have only 8 Pagus Crocs left. I kill one of them, boom, the Boulder badge. Boom, the Cascade badge. Or what have you. Choose your region. Maybe it's 12. Ah, the Elite Four. 13, the Champion. Something like that. Something like that. But anyway. I'd potentially be going more haywire with things like that. And I try to give it those themes, you know? theming things around something so much freaking fun. Actually, I do have a bit of work to do after the stream. And well, that's also why I wanted to make it short. Granted, not as much as other days, but I also want to like take care of some things already, so I don't have to take care as much. I don't have to take care of them as much tomorrow and Sunday. We might do another. Yeah, we want to do another long stream for Legend CA on Sunday. We're talking about at least 6 hours long as usual. Was the last one 6 hours long? Did we reach 7? Or did we just stay at like 5? I don't remember. I'm curious. Or you can check in the vaults there for me, Tajigen, but what was it again? Let me just check it and just see. What was it? Oh yeah, 6 hours, 13 minutes, 12 seconds. Yeah, and that New Horizon. It's just so nice to see. I have New Horizon stream. That's the last stream we did, man. I do want to have that again. I want to keep building up Tajigen Island to make it fancier, but we gotta save a lot for that, for the update that's gonna come out. But to just do streams of Happy Home Paradise and nothing else, I don't know about that. Because otherwise that's what we do, but I don't know. I don't know. Well, there's plenty of other things that should take time as well, but there was some nice things that came out of that stream that I'm happy with. That's why I want to have it again. You know, as for next week, yeah, 6 hours of pure Taji goodness, Moody. Exactly. 14 hours next week, baby. Provided some scuff doesn't interrupt it, of course. Yeah, frames got a bit funky yesterday on the DSD stream. I think that's something because maybe because the stream key is different for those. Something goes wrong, but it doesn't make sense to me. I don't see why the hell that would happen. I think I've just been unlucky. And I'm talking about internet drop frames. It's not the ones that make the stream buffer, most of the time anyway. It's rather the ones that turn it from 60 FPS to like 30 FPS, basically. As long as it doesn't turn things too choppy. The funny thing is, like, what is the frame rate I have the game at? I have this at 30 FPS, right? Until I can get the PC upgrades. That's another thing we would like to fund with the subathon, and it's probably appreciated, Tajigen. But the stream itself is 60 FPS. So there's that. But funky video things, I don't know how they work sometimes. I just kind of follow guides because, yeah, I might be able to even set up more like bitrate, or maybe I should have less bitrate than I have right now. I don't know. It takes a lot of back and forth experimenting. That, you know, all sorts of different things, both PC performance and internet performance. Some things change, of course, if I'm like not streaming a game. Oh wait, something spawned. Mindertor. Let me make my way. So, geothermal studies, let's make our way towards it. I'm just gonna return. I might regret this, but I'd rather just be able to make my way there fast. We had that Minotaur last time, right? Mindertor. Oh yeah, we were making jokes. Wait, Mist, I actually need your help if you're still around here, because on the way there, well, it's gonna get a bit tricky to get there, right? I'm gonna try anyway. Okay, there are 27 remaining time. Might be kind of difficult for me to get there. I think we go through a dragon. Let me try anyway. When you lose a level, do you start the 0 experience in that level again? Or, for example, I'm at like 90% of my experience here. Does it stay at like at the equivalent of that for the previous level? That's what I'm wondering. But anyway, maybe we'll find out the hard way. Okay. Thanks for the invite. To that person. Oh wait, we go up here? I don't remember going through... Wait. We can't, can we? No, wait. This is not it. My bad. Wasn't noticing that in the... Okay, gotta be careful where I drop here. Okay, thank goodness. There's no enemy that can attack me right after that to kill me. Oh no, wait, I've messed up. Ah, damn it. Okay, I did mess up. Oh no, wait. Is that little gap there, right? No. Okay, hold on. Let me tell them, because, yeah, they can see where I am on the map. Yeah. How many people are there? Is it only that person that's taking it on? Hopefully not. Well, okay, I didn't get killed, but I... Alright, let's go back to the Ethernet shard. The Etherite, whatever it's called. I keep mixing up the names, you know? The Etherite shard, the Ethernet shard, etc, etc. No, we still want to do Notorious Monsters. Still a very good idea, if possible. And that's a level 30 Notorious Monster, but all the other enemies surrounding it, that's where it gets messy. Okay, hopefully we don't... Oh, no. Wrong place. Right, geothermal. Okay, we got another person in the party. Yeah, they're both at the level cap. I'm the only one who's not, and they probably got scaled down in a level. It doesn't seem like it, actually. They are 35. Oh, no, wait, never mind. Here it shows their actual level. Let's avoid enemies. How do I make it there, then? What is it that I was missing to get to that area? If I got there before, I think it was when Ducky was carrying me in his vehicle. Carry me in, I mean that in more than one way, but yeah, that's why I thought it was here, but like this doesn't work. Does this work? Please tell me this is gonna do it. I knew there would be, I got a suspicion there would be an invisible barrier. I might just tell them to go ahead and do it because... Ah, yeah, there we go. We got the Ambilario. We need some merriment. Some nice spooky cheers because maybe that's what will allow this to finally happen. I don't know how to get there. I think maybe it's through a tunnel. I'm taking just way too long, so maybe I did have to drop down and I missed an entrance there somewhere. Wait, no. I'm gonna try one more time, and then if this doesn't do it, no, I think I'm gonna tell them to start anyway. Go ahead and start it. Can't find a way. Find a way. Every single time I can get Genkai Battle. Squeezed into the stream. Each batch cannot count. Okay, they're helping me. I figured they would. Thank you. Thank you for that. Wasn't sure though. No, I figured they would, I say. And because more time is passing, there must be like 20 minutes, which is still manageable, but did I do it in the right place? Oh, I think I didn't. Oops. Okay, I think I didn't land in the right spot. I don't mind missing out on the NM. Because we're gonna be grinding it out with other things. And sorry, that's in the in-game chat, which I'm not showing on the screen, but like, but I'm saying the people in the party who are so kind to be patient with me. Oh, and now I think one of them needs to go. Yeah. No worries, no worries. Well, let's see if we can make our way somewhere. Yeah, because I don't think I'm actually gonna learn the layout of Eureka Pagos. By the time I may learn that, I'll be out of here, and I don't expect I'll be doing relic grinding anytime soon. The grinding does continue to be for the story. The Baldesian Arsenal, however, that's what's gonna be so complicated. From what you all told me last week, right? Oh, the students of Baldesian, you have to be a student of the Eureka game. That's how it's gotta go. Also, Trickster Street, let's go! I love this mount so much. So freaking much. What are all the, like, the Halloween things I've gotten, like, from the events themselves? I'm curious to check the wiki. But anyway, let's go back to... We did it from Blondet's Retreat, right? Let's mount up again then. Back to killing a bunch of crocs. And I guess I could be, like, killing a bunch of enemies that spawn something specific, but... then I wouldn't be getting the challenge log, so I still prefer just to focus on that. Too bad it was a notorious monster that is hard for me to get to. But at least I didn't die, that's the most important thing. Ah, let's be careful with that dragon. We don't need to head there anyway. These damn dragons. Here there be dragons. Why you just gotta sleep in the middle of the road like that? Anyway, if we can get to 60 of those crocs killed and stuff like that, that will definitely be enough, I think, to get to the next level. Which ironically means I can no longer kill those crocs and get that to work for the challenge log. I mean, I wouldn't kill any earth-based enemies anymore anyway. Oh, and then, that's an Ashkin though. Let's work towards this. This, and then, this will do both the challenge for lightning or whatever the other element was, and the challenge for Ashkin. Wait, we weren't killing these last week with the Lurin and Co, were we? It was an area that looked like this. Was it Packless Crocs as well? I can't remember anymore. Well, it was a similar looking area, I don't know. But yeah, Geshun Pest. You pest! Let's exterminate these pests. Still gonna be like 30. That's way more than 30 Kamen Riders right now, but let's see. Kamen Rider Ichigo Hongo Takeshi. Boom, Kamen Rider number 1. Kamen Rider number 2, Ichimonji Hayato. We've got the right watch for each of them. Yeah. It's not just the Heisei Riders, Geo has the power off. At least that's what's implied anyway. Ah, but then I killed these and it's not gonna work anymore. Level 29 Geshin pests are not gonna work. No, never mind. Never mind. Might not continue with them because there's very few of them. Or well, I kill whichever ones I see and then I go back to Crocs. Until I get 60 of them. So okay. Kamen Rider V3 Kasami Shiro incoming. Yeah, the 30th Kamen Rider Gaim. And then we got Heisei Rider versus Showa Rider, Kamen Rider Tyson. 15 Showa Riders, 15 Heisei Riders. Though it's a stretch because 3 of them are more like Heisei Riders, but they got grip with the Showa Riders because it kind of works because of their design and their feel and everything. Anyway, back to F14. Why am I doing this? Like I even took some mental energy just yapping like that and I forgot what I was doing. Nice. Let's burn a bunch of Pegasus Crocs. What is this Croc doing? What is it charging? Oh! First one that does this. I forget they supposedly can do that. I think it's a thing for nighttime. I haven't paid attention to that. Those blubber eyes are good for fire enemies, but wait a minute. No, it's fire or earth aspected, so it can either be the Croc or it can be those things over there. But I think those things spawn something. Let me look at the tracker. Let me see. Blubber eyes. No, I don't think they spawn anything in particular. I recall we killed a bunch of those for other things. I'm not sure. Alright. Let's have another separate counter for the Crocs then. We need... Is that 12 we need? Perfect. That can be a Pokemon League and an Elite Four. I have many other things in 12 parts as well. Just no champion there. What else could it be that's 12? There's been other things that are like that. Let's say it's a run of Street Fighter 2, but the original Street Fighter 2 before they added the new challenger. So we just beat Ryu right there. Let's go for the 4th rider. Rider Man, Yuki Joji. Because it's a separate account for the Genshin Pass right here. The objective is to go all the way for Commander the Game. I don't think we'll do that, you know, getting to 30 of these before nighttime's over here. But anyway, let's go for, let's say it's Chun-Li next. In China. Ba-da-ba-da-bam-bam. Bam 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 bam. We just beat Chun-Li. Bam 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 bam. Let's face E Honda in Japan again, because there's Ryu for Japan. Why not? Doskui. You know, the little bit I played Street Fighter, like Street Fighter 2 and 4, somehow E Honda became my main. Because for the longest time, my experience in fighting games was like never really going too deep in them. And just getting used to Shotos and mashing buttons with whatever character. So mostly what I'm familiar with is that Shoto like Ryu. We just beat Guile with that. I don't know. Guile in USA. Let's go. Now we're facing Dalsim. Let's do that. I might lose count of this. Whatever. Yeah, we're facing Dalsim in India. But yeah, so when one of those many times in hyperfixes, between hyperfixes and all that, in which I tried to go deeper with it. I still have an arcade stick collecting dust. Like, here. I was gonna say somewhere here, but like, I'm actually looking at it off screen. I'm looking at it right now. It doesn't have that much dust, actually. I have been good enough at cleaning it, but I can't remember the last time I used it. Good that it still works, though. But anyway. Hold on. We're facing Blanca in Brazil. Thought that skate would be good enough. I wasn't paying attention to the actual health it has left. But yeah. I went for E Honda because I wanted to do something very opposite for a Shoto like Ryu, you know? Also, we're facing Zangief in Russia now. Is that all 8 of them? I think we still have Ken after this. But yeah. So, one, I wanted it to be a character that wouldn't have projectiles, or that would be a grab character. Either one or the other, or both maybe. And then I wanted to take it further by making me be a charge character. Or I did one of those before the other. I think I was going to go for a charge character. Guile and E Honda are the 2. And I went for E Honda because I wanted it to be one that has no projectiles, so I can really go for something very opposite to Ryu, so to speak, right? And so we landed on E Honda. And his stage is my favorite in Street Fighter 2. It still remains my favorite stage. Like, how do you mix all those things? Who was the maniac that thought that? I love them for that. You have like a billboard in the back, and a bathhouse becomes a sumo ring. How does that just combine into each other? I think they're just completely unrelated. And then sumo and kabuki somehow combine into one in E Honda. Like, what is going on with that? It's just a mix and mash of many things from Japanese culture, but not everything, I think. It's a crazy mishmash, and I love it. How many are left? That was a Ken we just beat right there. There are 4 left, so yeah, now it's Shadaloo. Okay, let's face the 4 bosses, but before that, I think it's Command Rider X. This Genshin Pest will represent. Collecting the Command Rider X Ride Watch. Now, let's do it like that. You pest! Look at this mess you've made. Let's take care of you. There we go. Yeah, this bag was Krog. We face Balrog, also known as Bison. I love the music in that stage in Street Fighter 2. Oh my god. Oh my freaking god, it's so much fun. Bam, 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 bam. Commander Rider Amazon right here. Na 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 na. Why is that song so good? Had it not been for Cammy's theme, it would be my favorite theme in all Street Fighter 2 in every version. But no, Cammy's theme then becomes even better. Now let's go to Spain and face Vega, also known as Balrog. Claw, whatever you want to call it. I go mostly for the non-Japanese names, with the big exception of Goki. Just Akuma. I don't know, something a bit generic about it. Though, to be fair, other characters have those names and I don't mind, but is because, you know, Golken, the master of Ryu and Ken, is Golken and Goki is just perfect. But to me, he's Goki. So it's a mishmash, a different kind of mishmash I do, you see? We just beat Sagat, I think, so yes. The last fight, M. Bison / Vega / Dictator. After this, we should only look for Ashkin, but, well, actually, I can't kill them anymore because... I mean, I can, but I'm not gonna get anything good out of it because they're now gonna be 3 levels below me. Here comes a level up. Can we get some finger up or some kind of up emotes or emoji in the chat, Tajigen? Also, good segue, good pivot into running 3 minutes of ads in the purple dimension. We're not gonna AFK though. Let's keep doing a bit of grinding or find an enemy that's at least level 31. Hopefully in a safe enough area, but let's see where we can even go here. Let me run those ads there though. We'll be right here though. For those of you who will not be affected by them. It's good timing to have it be in a BRB screen as well, but it doesn't always have to match that. And it's better for like, for those of you, especially if you give me your money on the purple dimension and you subscribe there. You're getting your money's worth. Oh yes, one way or another you're getting it. Give me all your money next week, Tajigen, for the Shadowbringer Subathon. These are too low level though. Let's mount up. I feel like we want to find any level 31s. They need to be at least level 31. Every single time I get this behemoth mount, it feels so slow on the ground because of this animation. It's more like a walk rather than galloping or floating or whatever. But it is the same speed as the others. It just doesn't feel like it, I swear. I love sitting on this throne, but the feeling of it. I just had to like, just kind of ignore that. Remind myself. What is that thing glowing over there, by the way? It's something in the environment, right? Or is it like a special encounter here or something? I don't know. But yeah, I mean, look at this. Elemental level 33, only 2 left. We can reach it today, right? Just being casual about it, right? Right. That's how it works, right? Yeah, I don't think we're reaching it today. It's quite the grind. But the more I can keep doing... Oh, let's get away from that dragon. The more I can keep doing of this off stream, the better it can go, but... may not have time for it. I said I would do some grinding off stream for a few things in Legend CA. I haven't done it yet. But at least I don't get the Pokemon too over-leveled. Though I keep insisting because it's so difficult in such a Dark Souls. It's best just to have everybody be over-leveled if possible. Oh yeah, they already announced the DLC, didn't they? I am not taking a look at the... Somebody popped a boss there. Well, okay, I'm definitely gonna be on the way for that one. I can make it there. I should be able to make it to that one. So yeah. Like, come on. Hopefully I can. Might have just said famous last words right there and I'll get killed by something on the way, but... I think so? Okay, back to the party there. Wasn't sure if they wanted to do the party again, but... Okay. Which one was it again? I keep forgetting. Geothermal. Find a way, yume o tokihanate. Ichika no counter, dakara genkai battle tataksuke. 傷ついたっていいんじゃない。タイムリミットまで諦めないぜそうさ。怖さ知らずさ。限界バトルかっ飛ばして燃え尽きら最高じゃない。世界中がこの時代がさ。お前と right on. Where are my teammates? I couldn't even see them on the map. I think it's because... There we go. They were right underneath the flag. That's so funny. I might have to fight this Billy goat. Why is this goat called Billy anyway? I mean, it's good for my challenge log as well. Or no, wait, this is an Earth enemy, isn't it? I'm not gonna work towards it anymore. Alright. Meteor Shower! I only have 2 of those left. Might as well use them. Welcome back from the ad break, by the way. Those of you who are on the ad break. Doesn't seem like anybody else might be on the way. Gotta be careful because we can aggro the other enemies after we level sync. Even before we level sync, but it's worse after we level sync. Alright. Oh, another Notorious Monster popped, it seems. Let's take care of this one then, as soon as possible. I forget some of these have like mechanics I gotta take care of. Let's see if I can pay attention to them. I couldn't remember. One of those that killed me like twice last time is not looking away from them. I think I had to stand away from something. I gotta see if I can pay attention to that. Like, it's one of those attacks that doesn't have an orange AoE, but you can see where he's facing. And so... Ah, wait, you gotta avoid that. Oh, see, I didn't know that would happen. Had I known, I would have activated Surecast, at least. I just remember, Man of Words is there for a reason. Okay, the other pop... Oh, that's a res. My bad. That's somebody for a res. During Blonde's retreat? That's good. I mean, close to the... That's good. Yeah, I think they just wanted to disband the party like that. There we go, there we go. They're just forming it every time it's for a Notorious Monster. Not the first time I've been in Eureka with that. One of those off-stream sessions that sound mythical at this point. Was like that. So yeah, there are enemies on a good level around me. Just gotta kind of be careful not to get killed and lose a level. We're far away from an Aetheryte. My return skill is still in cooldown. Nevertheless, let's give it a try. We don't want those Pagos Billy Goats. They're Earth element. Yellow is Earth, right? Yeah, yeah. Fire and Earth is what we don't want. So, this thing over here, there aren't enough of them though. I think it's an Ashkin though, if we can prioritize them. Yeah, we're not gonna keep the count of the riders we were doing, I guess. Or wait. Actually, it goes into the no. Oh no, never mind, never mind. Yeah. Is this ice or water? No, this is water. Water also figures with wind. But I'm almost certain this is an Ashkin. Ashkin are the ones that are only at night, like in-game nighttime. With the Eorzea time. Which right now, it's 2:43 a.m. Depending on how you're watching the stream, you may or may not be able to tell it's right there in the upper right corner. Not sure how visible it is for you, but yeah. It says ET, it sounds like it's saying Eastern time. Wow, time is passing so fast in Eastern time. What the hell is going on? Nah, it's Eorzea time. That's what it means. Like, damn, I knew time could pass, could fly by, but what the hell is going on? Like, it's 2:52 right now, already 2:53. 2:54. Wait a minute, why are the minutes passing so fast? Oh no. Chronos in Hades 2 being mean. Aha. I get you, Illinois. I get why you want to kill him so badly. Well, besides the fact that he, like, imprisoned her dad and all that. But alright. Let's keep taking care of these Pagos Centaurs. I'm not gonna keep count, let's just keep killing whatever we can. But like, you know, what I've been doing with Go is like have a to-do list, and they tend to be able to be separated into like 7 or 8 parts. You know, for one of those times, it was like the 7, and I like sort of imagine each of those represents one of the Dragon Balls from Dragon Ball. When I had another 7 to-dos, like pretty much the day after that I was taking care of, okay, the Namekian Dragon Balls instead. And then the Super Dragon Balls, if it's gonna be exactly 7 of them, right? In some cases, there are some tasks that can be further subdivided in steps, so I don't have to push it too much to ensure it's a certain amount of steps, but then it gets obsessive, right? Then it gets obsessive. Going for that. Let's call it gamification, even though it's not necessarily gamification. Also, let me just do this a little bit so you can appreciate more of my fantastic hair. Thank you very much. Ah, hello there. That's what I gotta be careful with. May get into a bad situation with some spawns. We're right on level. So at least that kind of helps. Were they at least a level above me? Okay, we're maybe in trouble. Also, I think the elemental affinity I have helps with that. I forget how it works exactly. Also, they have fun sound effects. The metallic... The metallic sound effects they have. Yeah, you hear that, right? Listen. Listen, listen. Wait, I'm gonna let myself get hit. Oh, wait. Maybe... Oh, did it recover health? I just want to listen. Hold on. No, not that one. No, though that was kind of nice too. Ah, damn it. All right. I'm just going to kill you then. Hopefully you heard the sound effect. That right there. That was it right there. For heaven's sake. I'm letting you have a go at me and then you go and do that to me. Come on. If you're going to slap me in the face because I'm letting you slap me in the face, make it have a fancy sound effect. Really make it count. Right? Did you hear that? Like that! I'm not sure if you heard that actually. But anyway. Let's take care of another one of these. Oh yeah, let's just do ley lines. Ley lines. And we need to do Blizzard 4, right? There we go. Gotta remember... there was the sound effect. Gotta remember I have lucid dreaming as an option. That's a thing too. Onwards, onwards. Let's take care of more of them. I aggro you. I jump to my ley lines. Let's go. Need to be doing this more often. Even though they expire right after that. I think they still benefited me with like at least one spell. I gotta remind myself. Better to do one spell in your ley lines than to do no spells and never use your ley lines. I mean, than to never use your ley lines. That's a better way to phrase it. Okay, it doesn't recover health. I think it buffs itself. Okay, yeah, physical damage up. The effect of physical damage up. Huh, I'm actually checking the battle chat log more often now. Interesting. That's not something I do a lot, is it? Fascinating. Let's keep using those ley lines. I should probably set them up in a way that can guarantee... I shouldn't have used Thunder on that other one. That's alright. That can guarantee I don't have to be jumping back and forth between them that much. That can guarantee I really make more use of them between multiple enemies. Okay, we can just use Skate right there. For example... no, never mind. The ley lines were gone there. Had I known, I wouldn't have started that fight with a Scathe. That's alright. I am doing some great damage against these enemies, so that I'm not even doing my dots a lot of the time. We should still do them. The Elemental Affinity is making a big difference, I think. Did I have another thing to put in there? I don't think so. Okay, let's take care of this one. Let's take care of this one right here. Yeah, like I need to read how those things work again. Actually, I probably can see it in game, but let's keep fighting because I have a nice chain. That really helps. I think mostly it helps with drops, right? Oops. Hold on, let's get away from that other one. I said oops because that one spawned right in front of me, on top of me, really. So like, okay, let's slow down for a second here. I knew the splash damage would also affect that one, but all part of the Keikaku, all part of the Keikaku, okay? I gave dot to the other Pago Centaur. I'm not gonna do AoE. Just keep it going like this. We can work with this. Look at that. Maximum killing efficiency. Let's go. Still in those ley lines that I think are about to expire. But look at that, yeah. Got quite a few spells there before they expired. That's the way it should be. It's just I don't want to go in too deep in their territory, so to speak, and spawn the ley lines, so I have to move away from them and then teleport right back to them. Because then that means they may spawn right on top of me, right? The enemies, I mean. Why are you making me be a bottom and you're topping me, huh? Why'd you gotta do that? Stop getting on top of me! Like that. But okay, I gotta go deeper. I gotta penetrate deeper into this territory, right? To really have those ley lines come up. That's the vocabulary we want to use to phrase this, right? There we go. Perfect. Yeah, because those Ashkin are about to disappear. Because it's gonna be 6 AM in a moment. Just like Lumio City, right? We're never sleeping. Up all night fighting. And then morning comes, we still don't sleep. We just go for different kinds of fights. Oh yes. Man, there's so many side missions we still gotta do in Legend CA, huh? So many of them. Why don't we perform some foul magic on you? Let's use those ley lines. I feel like I'm flowing though. I'm in the zone. Just with the Black Mage rotation. I'm getting a bit too used to that over other classes, but I'll shake up the roster for them eventually. I might make it an incentive to have a class change of some sort in a certain way for the Shadowbringer Subathon, but it is my plan to have mostly Dark Knight and Astrologian be the classes I use because it's mostly going to be single-player content, but... Yeah, see, dungeons will come up, but we may just do them with duty support, we'll see. This is why I gotta brainstorm it, because I may pivot away from Shadowbringers a little bit, maybe more than a little bit, but then do we still want to call it a Shadowbringer Subathon? I don't know. I mean, that's 14 hours, there's plenty of time for it still, even if 3 hours are not Shadowbringers, I mean, that's still 11 hours. Not counting BRB screens or something, which there will be quite a few that will be a bit long because I'll have to eat and all that. The human vessel needs that. How the hell is it that humanity keeps doing this, man? You realize how many times per year you gotta eat if you go for at least the 3 meals per day thing? I didn't even know. I kind of wish I hadn't tried to calculate it just casually. Maybe I should have been able to do that without a calculator, but it's over 1,000 times per year. 365 times 3. Kind of round it up, round it down. You'll have a day with 4 meals, maybe 2 meals, maybe even 1. I don't know. They're not supposed to be frequent, but over 1,000 times per year. My gosh, I'm tired of it, man. I'm tired. Just let me drink a pill that gives me everything I need exactly from that. Some sci-fi settings do that. Much more efficient. Yeah, I'll have a pizza out of a craving sometimes, but sometimes it's the keyword. I'm sick of that. I'm gonna return to my Star Cluster form. But then I wouldn't be able to stream like this, would I? Gotta have a humanish form, right? If I were to ever commission a model that is meant to be a Star Cluster in that way, how the hell would that look? Might be worth trying. Make it be a toggle. No, eventually, after the PC upgrade saga, if the Switch 2 doesn't become an investment I need to do before that, still wanted to go for the Live 2D model, but because the PC is fully upgraded, right? This 3D cell, you still see it. It would just mostly be a toggle of some sort. There may potentially be something like that in the Shadowbringer Subathon. Even switching to the earlier models, I think I want to bring them back more. Just kind of gotta figure it out in a way that doesn't take away from the others. But anyway. Fire! Into the fire! Bam, bam, bam. And yeah, I think it's confirmed. Those water enemies were indeed Ashkin. Morning's here, the morning's here. Sunshine is here, the sky is clear, the morning's here. Pago Centaur, get into gear. Breakfast is near. The dark of night has disappeared. Because it's morning in Eorsa time. I should sing that next time for Lumio City. Hey, remember, that's a redeem on the purple dimension. I can sing that to you. There we go, only one more. And that's 30 of these. Good experience, but we can still keep it going for 60. What is something that can be numbered by 60? How many Sentai installments are there now? There's also the potential rumor that they won't be called Super Sentai anymore, but as far as I'm concerned, they are. If they really go haywire with that change, you know, changing up the formula or what have you, I want them to retroactively say that other series that were not Super Sentai are Super Sentai. In a way that happened with Go Ranger and not Battle Fever, Jakku. Ducky, good to see you. Do you want to party up? Let me know. Either invite me or send me a tell. If not, that's alright. Good to see you, Ducky. Thanks for the help right here. Yeah, these enemies are on my level. That's why I'm going for like the challenge log. Well, I'm assuming you're hearing me on the stream. So yeah. Glandalus, let's go. What was I saying though? Suddenly Ducks! There you are, Ducky. In the red dimension. Is that the first time I see you chatting over there? Even your username seems weird there. I don't know if I've seen that before. But it's good to see it. Let's see. What was I saying, though? They gotta be Toei properties, of course, but... Ninja Captor, was it? Where it's like, it's Super Sentai coded, but also... Oh, yeah, and because you're... Oh, yeah, because these are level 33 enemies. You're not so over-leveled that me teaming up with you doesn't make me have credit for these. Oh, yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect. Yeah. I mean, you're level 60, but, you know, scale down to 35. Oh, that's great. That's great. Very helpful. Being so close to the level cap now. Look at how fast we're killing them now. Wonderful. Wonderful indeed. Then yeah, we reached 60 and we'll see. But yeah, it's been like 50 Super Sentai series now. If we add the others retroactively, then it may indeed be more. Ninja Captor, I think it was like 8 members of the team. And I don't know if the Red Ranger, if we can even call him that, was necessarily the leader there. That's what I want to see, you know? Sentai that, hell, some of them don't even have a Red Ranger. If we even call them Rangers anymore, I don't know. Senshi, heroes. But for all intents and purposes, let's keep calling them Rangers just to keep the reference there. Keep making it easy. Until they say there's another name, maybe. But you know, some that do have a Red Ranger, but they're clearly not the leader. Which they kind of have done before, but without fully committing to it, in my opinion. Senkaiger is the closest to that. They, like Kaku Ranger, the Ninja Sentai, the first Ninja Sentai, I think. They keep saying Ninja White is the leader, but for all intents and purposes, it's actually the Red Ranger that was the leader. Or at least he still represents them as the red of that team. Ninjaretto Sasuke! But it's also different, right? Big One in Jack Dengikitai, but then Spade Ace is still very notable as the Red Ranger, because Big One didn't come until later. Then he took over, because Hiroshi Miyauchi is so damn charismatic, the actor that plays him. Who also did Kamen Rider V3! And Kaiketsu Subad, and I can keep going. But kind of funny. Big One is like a white ranger with the rainbow on his face. Really freaking cool. Still love that. Tsuria! Big One! Warero! Yaka! Dengekitai! That's sort of my Hiroshi Miyauchi impression there. Kamen Rider V3! To! V3 Hanten Kick! Hanten Kick! Wow, my impression used to sound better to me. Oh, wait. We have a pop. We have a pop. Almost didn't see that. This is level 22. I don't see why not. Yeah, let's be on the way. And yes, we return to the Aetheryte. I think we can ignore aggro we get on the way there. On the road, 誰も旅立たち本当の自分自身であるため歩き続けるのさ今を We're all travelers. See, more Kamen Rider songs we can sing. Hey, that one I just sang right there, Journey to the Decade, I released a full cover of that before. Find it there on my YouTube channel. In the VODs, or rather the videos, I should say. Where was it again? Where was this thing again? What's the fastest way to get towards it? Right. Blondette's Retreat. And what else was I gonna say? You know, it's a possibility that when they rebrand, if they actually do rebrand Super Sentai, it's not really gonna change anything. It's just gonna be the exact same thing, but under a different name. There's a comparison to this with something Kamen Rider has done in the past. In the past, and this singing the Kamen Rider Decade theme song reminded me of that. They actually, supposedly, the official way to call them in English, like if you're speaking in English, or at least officially speaking in English about Kamen Rider, you're encouraged or you're supposed to say Masked Rider. That doesn't mean you're talking about the Savannah adaptation they did. It's supposed to be Masked Rider. Masked Rider V3, Masked Rider Kuga, Masked Rider Kabuto. But then they realized many were just saying Kamen Rider. So starting with Kamen Rider Double. So that was Rider number 26. It was the 25th Rider for Decade, in a way. they started saying in English, okay, it's also just Kamen Rider, but they didn't change it retroactively. They still are called like Mask Rider Decade and backwards. It's Mask Rider, supposedly. In the Kamen Rider Daily account, I've done that a lot, where I try to use those official names depending on the circumstance. But yeah. And nothing really changed about Kamen Rider, really. That was also more... Other than the rebranding, they were also like... changing... They made Decade be much shorter because they were now having the Rider series start late in the year instead of January. So Sentai and Rider have a different start from each other. And it's been that way ever since. And that wasn't the first time they did it, but it's been... You know, other series in the past did that. Sky Rider, Super 1, Black, and Black RX. They were just not, you know, consistently one after the other, year after year. You know, funny thing about Kamen Rider is that every year they keep breaking their record of the longest running time they've had. The longest... Super Sentai technically does the same. Though if they rebrand, I guess technically the record is broken because the record is like not going a single year without a series. And that record has been around since 2000. With Kuga. They first broke the record like around Kamen Rider Kabuto? Because the longest record they had of that was only 5 years, from 71 to 75. Or at least 5 series, depending on how you count it, it could be 4 years, but it's 5 years. From the original series to Stronger. 7 riders, 5 series. And they never were able to go beyond 5 years in a row like that. So... Finally, like, when they made it to, like, what was it? Either Blade or Hibiki, actually. In the middle of the 2000s. That was 6 years in a row. They broke it. And then they reached the first decade, and thus... Kamen Rider Decade happened, the first Heisei Decade, and the rest of that is history, right? Ooh, yeah. And so they keep breaking the record every year. Now it's 25 in a row. 26, actually. Because it's from 2000, from 0 to 25. Depending on how you count, right? Yeah. 26 years. Though, even if the series starts in, like, September, October-ish, sets just started. I gotta remember there's a new episode tomorrow. Last week, I didn't even realize there's no episode. Made a tweet saying, yes, it's time for sets! And deleted it right after when I saw, oh, wait. No episode this week. Okay. I didn't know. But alright. We're going for it? Yoshikuzo, what were the mechanics with this damn thing again? I keep forgetting. With those ads right there, I think. Well, let's just try to kill it fast and not go through them, shall we? We have a nice amount of people here. Am I supposed to move out of the way? Yes, I am. Okay. I saw some of the people weren't moving. I'm gonna die. That's alright. Oh, the other person that got petrified here. They were not... Okay, now they're gonna get killed. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say... They're not gonna be affected by that anymore, but... Yeah, because it's not an eyes on me. It's not a one where you have to just look away. You have to move away, and that's what I was talking about earlier. There's no orange AoE, right? But it's where it's facing. You gotta pay attention to that. Let's immediately do a mana word. Protect ourselves as best we can. I was hoping we would kill it fast, too. Let's get out of the way there. Alright. It's time for ley lines once again. Mana font, so we can immediately just go for more fire. Should do that more often, I think. Although, the benefit of switching between ice and fire is I get the lightning damage over time. Become available as an instant spell, right? That's why I prefer to do it that way, or I'm more used to it. It's more of a muscle memory thing. Nobody else is dead, right? Alright, let's get in. Let's get in, Ducky. I assume you'll be riding me somewhere. Riding shotgun, let's go. Same spot. Ducky's asking me. Yeah, let's go to the same spot. I'll answer you in-game as well. Yeah. So, we were around, Wait, what was the spot? I forgot what the spot was. Wait, weren't we here? Around here-ish? Whatever. As long as we have enemies on my level. Really, we can go all the way to 35. We're close to the level cap now, right? But there are enemies above level 35, and I'm not just talking about the dragons that are sleeping in the middle of the road, so that you can wake them up and they can kill you. Nah, other enemies as well that we want to watch out for. How are we doing with the challenge log? Also, where were we? Where did you go, Ducky? We were from, we did it from... Oh, no, yeah, because I was there, and I stayed there after, a notorious monster, and I saw... Right. Okay. Geothermal. I don't know why the fact that both of them start with a G, and they kind of have like a T somewhere in the word. I keep confusing them. Alright, no riding shotgun anymore. I just go for the first seat that pops up that I can use. But yeah, then I saw that our enemies like on a nice level. Really? We could even take on those Val Snippers here. Now they're only one level above me. The thing is, they will spawn... Well, it's gotta be in fog in 15 minutes. You could make a notorious monster spawn. I don't think I saw anybody share a tracker. I'm just looking at the... I mean, I'm looking at a tracker that I'm not actually tracking because somebody might have had. Well, anyway, we want to kill these so we can get to the... What was it? Only 9 more of these are needed. Wait, water enemies... Oh, something popped. Hold on. Yeah, I still had a lot of water enemies left. Okay, let's just kill this one. And then another enemy popped. I think at level 33 I can go for any at this point. Conquer Worm. Okay, back to Blondet's retreat. Right as we get here, no problem, no problem. Let's get going. I love that red chocobo of yours, Ducky. Now, some Christmas cheer! Yeah. The spooky season is over. The aftermath of it ends today. Oh, let's be careful with those Val Snippers. Should have come through here. But we can ignore that. But yeah. We can have the holiday cheer already. Come on. I was hoping to lose the aggro. Let's kill you. I mean, it goes towards my challenge log as well, so this is helpful, but I want to get there as soon as possible. Where was it from? Oh, okay, yeah, I figured it was gravitational. Lucky, if you have the vehicle and give me a ride, that would be great, because I may not find my way there. Okay, never mind. I think I got it. Or wait. That's not the right one. Never mind. Never mind. It works either way. We're gonna have to dismount. Stream delay? Oh yeah, don't worry about it. Actually, the stream delay wasn't that bad. That was Ducky telling me in the in-game chat, by the way. No, you reacted to that super quickly. I have it all set to low latency. I think I don't have it at ultra low latency. I think it's the red platform, the red dimension that has that option. I don't think the purple dimension have that. I'm not sure. But I think ultra low might be... I feel like if I do that and I have even the slightest frame drop... Correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe I got it completely wrong, but... When you have that and you get even the slightest frame drop, it messes it up completely. So low latency tends to be good enough. But even at low latency, there's always going to be some delay. Just a little bit. But it's good to see that it wasn't as long as I thought. What was that? I don't think it even reached 5 seconds. I'm not sure. Provided neither side is getting like frame drops or something. I don't know. You know, lag or something like that. When in doubt, just call it lag. Any technical issue, even if it's not internet related. Just lag. You're not sure if it was your controller or your PC or the internet? It's lag. Or your keyboard or your mouse, right? I am playing with keyboard and mouse. How the hell would I play this game with controller? We have done it a little bit before, but man, it's been a while. Oh, this one, were there mechanics with this thing? Because I think there were. You gotta avoid glavoid here. But alright. Ooh, yeah, I don't think I've read the description before. Let's read it for flavor. Myriad are the horrors spoken of the glavoid, of its enigmatic origin in the unexplored reaches far beneath, and how the very land crumbles around it. Also, it's a giant worm. Let's drive it away before it steals sanity from passing researchers, or just disgusts them profoundly. Nice. Man, I like reading those quest descriptions, especially the ones for Fates. Since you can take them for granted and forget they're there, right? Anyway. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have done the ley lines before sinking. Oh well. Nah, it's no big deal, either way. We want to ensure, however, that we do that dot right there and get the hell out of the way. I could have stayed in my ley lines, that's okay. Let's summon another one. Let's summon another circle of ley lines. Ah, damn it! Didn't move away on time. I should have activated Mana Ward there. Next time. Next time I'll just do that. Well, I'll stay in place. How about that? I have a nice barrier around me. Should have done it there. I get so stingy. The cooldown. I'm like, no, wait. It's a waste. But yeah. Nice elegant tombstones of poetics. How am I doing with those, by the way? Okay, same spot, Ducky. Elegant tombstones. Alright, I'm not close to the cap. That's good. We get to 2,000. Let's spend them on something. I don't even know what to spend them on anymore. I think there was an orchestrion still I wanted in Kugane. And those are expensive. What was the price again? 1,400 or something? Good. Let me spend those tombstones. They're gonna cap and get wasted otherwise. I don't know. At some point, I think I'll buy an entire gear set for one of my mannequins. just that. See, now we're gonna get the cosmetics update, right? Was there a date for that? Did they say a date? I missed the memo on that part, if they did. We were talking about it last week too. The 7.4 update, but... oh, and also before the update we'll have that. There's something I need to unlock for spending poetics on, says Ducky there. But I still like, you know, mostly I'll try to keep each class to its own armor. Its own thing going on. So... when I'm not wearing this thing, which already is universal for any class, right? Fits Black Mage nicely, I would say. Then I'll be favoring... Ducky's gonna turn in Kettle, no worries. Also, wait. Do we want to go to the same area? We can actually kill the Val Snippers around here. Oh yeah, Ducky, show me where. Yeah. Can I ride with you on this thing? No. You might want to do the card then? Just to make it easier for me to stay on track. If I follow you in Niagara or something, like, it might kill me. Otherwise, you're just gonna have a corpse in your car. But I'm still there, right? But yeah, I'll mostly have a Black Mage outfit as Black Mage. But there will definitely be a few things I use that for. More than that, I want the expansion to the Glamour Plates. I do generally believe that it is gonna happen one day. It's just it may be so distant in the future. Might be next decade for all I know, but I do think it will happen one day. They're just doing their best to make it possible, coding this, coding that. Just like I do believe one day we will be able to go to weddings on another server. Like, you don't need to create a character for that. Something about the coding, I don't know, or the, what is it, the infrastructure. I don't know my technical words. I don't know about game development or things like that. The internet's, you know what I was saying earlier about when in doubt, just call it lag. Yeah, it's lag. That's the problem. But no, yeah. What was I saying? One day those updates will come, but they take a while. Once upon a time, I didn't play around that time, but once upon a time, glamour dresser slots were only 400. Ooh, it's over here. Okay. I should consider killing some of those sprites, but no, Ember sprites. I'd rather kill 2 birds with 1 stone, right? Ah, this is why you call it a kettle? Okay. I was expecting more of a literal kettle shape. Is the whole thing, right? Okay, yeah, okay, I think I see it now. Man, you made me want to go for some tisane after the stream. I said that last time, but yeah. This is the crystal forge in which you turn in kettle light. It's nice. Inscribed upon a metal plate are the words Crystal Forge. While the apparatus does not appear to be damaged, its purpose and usage are not entirely clear. Not for me anyway, but that'll come later on for me. That'll come up, I mean. Let's try shotgun again. Oh, look at that, with my arms crossed, looking all cool. Except when I disappear like that. Look at that, it's just self-driving. It's possessed, it's self-driving. What's going on with this car? There we go. That was funny. But yeah, let's just go to the Aetheryte for was it gravitational? Let's take care of the Val Snippers over there because I think how many lightning enemies were there left? I have 8 left. Maybe we can go for those first then. Just the nearest ones and then right back there. Close to the Ethernet to be comfy. For some water enemies. I only need 8 more. If by any chance you need something, Ducky, do tell me. But yeah, once upon a time there were only 400 Glamour Dorsal slots. They expanded them. We're on place again. They expanded them to 800, right? Even that might not be enough for me. We shall see. I'm gonna make my way to the enemies there. Now I become the Phoenix. There we go. Or wait. What element are these things? It can be ice or lightning. Let's maybe kill these so we don't go too far away. Although they're a bit high level. I don't want to kill the Ember Sprites over there. Okay, well. They are aggressive. Okay, maybe we do want to go and kill the lightning enemies instead. I am gonna do ley lines. Thanks for the tank in there, Ducky. Wait, that was too soon to do that. Okay, let's get the hell out of here. I tap targeting all over the place. Man, there's only 8 of them that I needed. Or we can go... Oh, never mind. Let's try, Yeah, I don't want to go towards those fire enemies because I don't need fire either. Sentai, good to see you. Meow. You know what? Maybe I need to say meow every single time I see a cat emote. It's like that rule of the universe. It's just written in the rules of physics. I don't make them up. That if I hear a cat meow in a game we're playing, I gotta meow right back unless I'm in the middle of yapping or singing or something like that. Eureka 7. Wait, remind me, what was Eureka 7? Was that a tokusatsu or an anime? Man, I've been talking... I feel like I summoned you, Sentai. We've been talking quite a few things Sentai today and tokusatsu in general. And there you show up. But yeah. I'm not saying too big of a spoiler when I keep talking about the potential rebrand and all that. Which may not be a big deal. At the end of the day, we shall see, Before we know the year's over and the next series is coming. I think a press conference is maybe right around the corner. You gotta meow back by saying howdy to a cowboy. It's necessary. Meow. Meow meow. There we go. Your help is helping with that. Your help is helping with that. There we go. I only need one more enemy of these, by the way. Oh, and we don't have any more left. Let's wait for only one to spawn right around the edges of their spawn area. Meow! Ah, you wanted me to meow right there. Oh my god, that fat cat is so much fun. Meow! Oh, you got another one, don't you? Meow! I don't want to kill that one over there, too far away. Just want one that's not far away from these. There we go. There we go. Let's go for this one. That's the first one that popped up. So we don't aggro the others. Although the extra experience is good, so yeah. Let's still go for them. Meow meow. Meow indeed, Moody. Meow. You are just gonna make sure that incentive. I can already tell you something like that is an incentive for the subathon next week. You're gonna make sure that incentive happens next week, aren't you, you maniacs? Alright, damn it. What I'm not sure about is the sub amount or... That's what I'm not sure about, right? That's why the brainstorm is still happening and it's gonna be a Nintendo, where the formal announcement happens not long before it. But yeah. I gotta make sure I have some nice food prepared. Previous subathons I haven't actually prepared something, so I can just have it right away in between the breaks. And what am I gonna do? Cook a whole soup? Be away from the stream for 40 minutes or something? Man, I love soup, by the way. Absolutely love it. Ducky, you were asking me if I have waters max, right? Yeah, no, we're at... You mean this, right? 30 water or win aspected enemies. That's why I was saying Val Snippers. I still need a lot of them. 11 out of 30 or 60. Let's go for them. Do your tanking thing, Ducky. Super Sentai? Don't make me choose. There's actually not a lot of Sentai I've watched and I still wanted to. My ADHD goes brrr sometimes. It's already been 2 years since I started Lightman and I didn't go back to it. And I went to and I was at a very pivotal moment, you know, where they got their 2 extra members near the end of the series. But also there's quite a good chunk of series left. Bia-sama! I wanted to see what would happen with Bia-sama at the end. Haven't seen it yet. I was like, I think I maybe got a slight spoiler of a plot twist involving him. He's the main villain of the show, the final boss, basically. The big bad. Kiraritata eraibu man wakasa o na 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 ikiteiru subarashi sa oshietara na 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 na. How about a Super Sentai Soup instead? There we go. Brand new product that I came up for, that I came up with for you, Toei. You can hire me in your marketing department. That's the department for that, right? Yeah, there we go. There we go. You can have some ideas for the rebrand if it does happen anyway. You never know, it may still just be a rumor at this point. Funny enough, that thing when I got into Liveman and I tried to watch all the series, that's also when King Oger was being the current series, which is so peak from what I saw, which was quite a bit, but then I didn't continue with it. But yeah, it got me to appreciate the hell out of like. So okay, we have a bit of a maniacal brain, ADHD again. Not that I want to just make that my whole identity, but to really drive the point home. A little bit of how the train of thought goes back and forth. Those things got me into Yu-Gi-Oh! More than before because I got the Super Quan set. My goodness, we made it to level 34. Can we actually make it to 35 at this rate? Oh, Ducky, you're helping me out so much. Yeah, Universe Hero Soup. But not yet, not yet. Nah. Don't you go all nerd on me, Sentai. Hey, what are you gonna do about your name? You're Universe VT now. Just kidding, of course, but the word Super Sentai will still be synonymous with it, you know? Such an important name. Imagine Ultraman becomes Hyperman. Ultraman still is there somewhere. I like to think so anyway. But what was I saying? Got me to really fall in love with the Super Quan archetype, and the last Master Duel stream we did a while ago. Now I've been absent from it again, so it's gonna be yet another return if we do another stream for it. We were still using the Super Quan deck for that. That in turn finally made me appreciate the giant robots, the mechas in Sentai, because I never got behind it that much. For me, personally, and why I favor Rider more compared to Sentai, it could get tedious for me to just keep seeing the robots, the fight scenes, the assemblies. But now it's like a 180. At times, I kind of have to like remind myself why I like them. To be fair, but how to explain it? Like, by default, I like them now. Just, they can get boring for me sometimes too. But, like, you know, okay, it's the same robot, like 12 episodes in a row, I guess. Especially on all their series, they're gonna get a new mecha here. I argue they don't need one. But I can see why it's fun in the first place. Let me just remind myself of that. And, yeah, it's the damn Super Quan archetype and the card game mechanics and just all that. Oh yeah, they were gonna add new Super Quan support. They may have added it by now. You know, I found these great websites where you can just simulate pack openings online. You know how I've been taking the damn gamification of things further and starting to go haywire with it? In a maniacal way. Signature KT style. KT meaning Khaiden Tajigen. Yeah, I know. You can call me Catherine. But you know what I did? I'm experimenting with making a pack of those a reward that I can only use with currency. Eureka gold is how it started, but now I'm also thinking of as the currency system of my own. Just need to do it further. Yay, gacha capitalism, making it fun for me, except I'm not actually spending money. See, one thing I've been doing that gets kind of matter is if I make a payment like, you know, bills or a payment that's necessary. Even Legends EA, arguably, because it's also for the sake of the stream. And I'm not just buying, okay, I'm gonna buy a pizza because I'm craving it, but it's not needed, right? I make a conversion rate of that into currency of some sort, gamified currency, and then I can use that to open packs. Now, always the problem with those systems, for anybody, arguably, is that you have to do a self-honor with it, self-discipline. That can only go so far with me so many times, right? But after many years of going back and forth with Eureka as a Finch, a Pokemon Sleep, a Task Hero, it's great to see these websites and programs and apps are like expanding more. I want to see more and more because Eureka, I feel like they got to step up their game as much as they do, right? But I digress. What was I saying? Let me pick up the train of thought again. Let me pick up the Resha of thought. Okay, now I'm thinking of Tokyo Jerry because of all the talk. Yeah, we keep going for the crabs, Ducky. How are we doing, by the way? How was it? Only 4 left. Only 1 more will be needed after these 2. These 3, I can't do math. What was I saying? I lost my train of thought. Oh, right on time, almost. We got a pop of an Innotaurus monster. Let's kill 1 more Val Snipper and let's go for that. I'm gonna shout on the way. Hold on. I did a typo on the /shout. Wait, I didn't even see where this is. Oh! Just right next to Blonde. Let's retreat it, right? Or, well, Ethernet Shard, perfect. What was I saying? I lost my train of thought. Remind me in the chat, Tajigen, damn it. What did I say? Sentai. Oh, gaming, gamification, currency. Right. Okay, I picked it back up. What is this? Level 20. Okay. Wait, they're already engaged? I think they are. Is that the Snow Queen? No, it's not the Snow. Wait. Okay. If they're already engaged, then it's no, there's people still on the way. Somebody's already engaged with them, but I think they didn't quite get the memo. Yeah, that's why we're not engaging right now. I am able to, you know, what is surprising about those gaming systems, gamification systems, is that I got into the point, even before, where the problem that would happen with them is not that I would actually break the system and break the self-discipline. Not really. The problem is that it would get stale after a while. Even if there's something visual, it's not just me imagining a system, imagining, oh, I'm imagining I have 7 to-dos. I'm imagining I'm collecting the 7 Dragon Balls, but there's not actually anything that shows me I'm collecting 7 Dragon Balls or something. No. So yeah. Even with that, it gets stale after a while for me. I bet it gets kind of getting stale for me a little bit. Maybe that's why I'm kind of working with other systems, but it's still working out nicely though. Still trying my best with that one. But what was I saying? Train of thought. I never really break the trust. I maybe do my self-system, where Eureka allows you to just cheat at the game, basically. And even without that, you can cheat at any of these games. You can just say, you did 100 things today in a hard difficulty, even though you didn't. That's always the problem with them, but I argue it's not even a problem. It's just kind of an occupational hazard. That's not the term, but something like that, right? I've gotten to the point where I can really feel so rewarded about it, and I can... It's not even self-discipline I want to call it. It's just so damn pointless to break that system. And I feel like I'm not even self-imposing it. Even if I make up a rule about it, like... In many ways, you're making up a rule, because when they let you choose difficulty for a quest that will give you a certain amount of gold in that gamified, you know, live gamification thing. You're the one that decides if it's difficult or not. I like to think I'm fair about it, because for you, 10 minutes of cleaning your room might be easy. For me, it's not. That's a hard difficulty quest, baby. Even if it gives me 100 gold compared to your 10 gold. But it's not just that, right? It's a lot of arbitrariness. Lots of ways you can quote-unquote cheat. I don't care. Because I'm following it in a way that works so well. And I feel like I'm not even self-imposing anything. It's just the way it is. Just like I can't cheat at FF14 in the code or anything. It's kind of like that. Kind of like that. Okay, I think we're level synced now. We're engaging... Is everybody engaging? Wait. I'm level synced. Was anyone else on the way? That person, I think, just didn't realize what they were doing. I'm always gonna get the benefit of doubt anyway. Somebody in game was like, "Thank you for waiting for us," with a smiley face. You know, I think being passive-aggressive, though it kind of justified. Maybe not kind of. I don't think it's justified, but I think that person just didn't know. Right, these ads. We're gonna kill the Snow Queen soon anyway, I think. There's just one engaged. It would suck if they die, but I mean, they can be revived anyway. I would revive them, that's okay. Let's finish this. Okay, mana word. Let's go. Yeah, that wasn't too late for that mana word. Nice, Ducky. I like how you tried to engage with the ad even though it was fading away. Right there. But, oh, you got a Yukinko card, Ducky! Ducky got the Yukinko card. The triple triad card, let's go. Nice. Okay. What was this Stardust Magic Prism? Did I have it here somewhere? I gotta... Okay, I think maybe when I'm done... Alright. Oh, look at that. 2 vehicles here. For a moment, I wasn't sure if I was entering the right way. Look at this highway. Bye-bye! You go your way, we go our way. Alright. Where were we with... hold on, let me check the challenge log first. We still needed 1 snipper. I thought... Oh. I thought we got 1 at the end, or maybe I didn't quite count them right. No, yeah, I still needed 1 water ducky. What is next after that, besides Ashkin and Sprites? It's just Ashkin and Sprites, isn't it? That's what I would have to do next. Okay. Let me have some water as we just 1 will do. Anyway, yeah, I've been expanding the hell out of the gamify systems by... See, what is good about those websites that simulate opening carts, and you can easily... It can easily just become so hollow, right? Because it's like, you know, you're just pretending you're opening the cards. They're not actually physical. That's one problem. The other problem in a similar vein... Let's try to kill these Ashkin because... there you are, Mist. Let's try to kill these Ashkin because... they are part of this. Right aside my ley lines. What am I doing? And they are still on level for me. Well, for anybody. For anybody. No more than 2 levels below. So yeah. Oh, we got a pop. Wait, another notorious monster is here. Right next to Blonde. Let's retreat again. Cool. This is nice. It's the ones right next to the Ethernet shard. Is anybody keeping a tracker? I haven't seen anybody say it, but I haven't paid attention. We've been yapping about so many things, Tajigen. Do tell me your thoughts, by the way. I know I'm yapping, but you can definitely keep saying them in the chats. Let's see. Multi-dimensional chat, let's see. This one had mechanics I need to keep in mind. I forgot what they were again. I'm gonna try to pay attention. What was I saying? But yeah, this is just a little soliloquy about gamification systems and all that. I'm just in love with them. And I've also been able to do it in a way where I don't overdo it, because that can be the other issue with them. That there's a lot you yourself have to keep track of, and you kind of can overdo it to the point that that system also becomes a chore. Now, if I'm not accurate about the way I'm logging a task, either I'm overshooting it or undershooting it, as long as it's only a little bit, that's fine. That's part of the... That's an occupational hazard, I guess. I guess we can use that term now, maybe. But yeah. Okay, nobody's keeping a tracker, it seems. Oh yeah, because the Vile Snippers we were killing didn't spawn anything, right? Maybe. And what is it that it was spawn? King Arthro 29. Yeah. We're better off trying to look for some sprites or Ashkane or... Is anything here on level? We're pulling at 27, right? 55 seconds left. No, these are too low level. Okay. Level 26, Demon of the Incunable. Those are... Yeah, we were taking care of some of them before, right? That was last week. And I was under level-ish last week. Well, level 29 I think they were. Elsewhere. We were like, why are you not cunable? What is cunable? And the word cunable doesn't exist, it's just incunable. What was it again? It's like in... it's like another word that starts with in. Impassable, immovable, but like in a stoicism kind of way. Anyway. Oh, Miss made a joke because this is called taxing. Miss said in game, should have named him the tax department, and every time you fail his mech, you have to pay a Pagos crystal tax. Tax him. Okay, I'm gonna move away because I'm gonna aggro the other enemies when I scale down here. Those demons of the incunable. That's the problem there. I should have done ley lines. Whatever. Could have started that battle better, but... Ah, damn it! Okay, wait. I can't evade that, but... alright. Wasn't sure what he was gonna do. Tax him. Why is the word tax in your name? Why you gotta be a more terrifying boss, monster? Notorious monster. Now talk about tasks that need gamification rewards, man. Doing taxes. That's what I would call a premium task at that point. Give me 1,000 gold. Premium. You know, you like get the premium reward of the season pass, let's say. Eureka needs to do a season pass system so badly. They would kill it. But I don't think they have enough staff to really work with it. Finch does it and is brilliant. Like, you can encourage people to subscribe to your service as well by having the premium version of it. I haven't subscribed to Finch, but I hope to do it one day. Just don't have the budget for that right now, as nice as it would be. Maybe when I made more use of it. What I dislike about some of them is that they're only available as an app. Eureka is great because it's a website and an app. Just an app, it's limited, you know? I need a browser interface of some sort. Okay. Let me run some other ads. We're not gonna BRB. Let's keep the grinding ongoing. We're still doing this, Tajigen. Let me, for those of you in the purple dimension, some of you will see them. But we'll still be here for everybody. Let's see, we can actually make it to 35. We are so damn close. Let's keep it going. And yeah, Ducky, you're asking me what I have left. So, 40 Ashkin, I have 6. That's the one that has a time limit right now. The sprites and the Ashkin, as you know, the ones that tend to be more time consumable. And, yeah. We can go for any sprites. There were those Ember sprites, right? Just, well, how many of them spawn at a time, right? Yeah, sprites and Ashkin. Sprites are 20. Still even need the 10. Ashkin, 20, and then 40. Doing all of these wouldn't get me to level 35, I think. But that's alright. It doesn't need to happen today. We may be very ready to progress in Eureka. Get to Pyros, maybe even before the Shadowbringers stream, but it would require another stream. I'm not gonna push it today, not gonna push it, I think. But yeah. Also, oh yeah, 67 minutes in the instance. Yeah, I was like, we've been here for a while, wait a minute. No, yeah. Where did you go, Ducky? You went to gravitational studies. So in those timey-wimey shenanigans that happened in Doctor Who recently is now the Mavitational studies. If this had been affected by that. Mavity. But then that means the word gravitas becomes mavitas as well. But yeah. I don't need any wind anymore, Ducky. No elements needed at all. It's just Ashkin and Sprite. Oh yeah, these are high-level enemies here. The Baron Arena. What is that? I don't recall what is there. Okay, Ducky's telling me 1 second. Melody is there by the geothermal area. Yeah, because from what I understand, right, Pago's the most time-consuming area. Certainly proven to be the case for me. Didn't mean to examine you there, Ducky. Just press the wrong thing there. Click the wrong thing. There we go. Sorry, getting distracted by something. I'm checking off screen in the meantime. But alright. But yeah. I could go on and on about the gamification things. Those... Oh yeah, one thing I didn't mention about those websites. I've only found a couple for Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! For other card games, even if I don't know the card game, I was curious to see them, but I don't see them with the things the other websites have that... I think you create an account, and I think this doesn't use cookies. Also, welcome back from the app break. We're still talking about like the websites where you open card packs and all that. But I hope they didn't use cookies in your browser. Ooh. I'm surprised we didn't wake up the dragon by just, you know, dropping down like that. But they keep track of all the cards you have and how many you've had. You're able to keep the collection like that. The Pokemon TCG website I found even like keeps track of how many from the same pack you got, and there's like pack progress badges. Are you kidding me? Oh, really, Mist? Everything seems fine on my end. Let me double check. So, okay, the chat on the red dimension doesn't even show up. You're having custom buffering. It may be on your end. I'm not having anything, any frame drops of any sort right now. And I've had very minimal ones so far on the stream. Hopefully it stays that way. I assume these are Ashkin, right? Why are we going for level 39? I think it's just because there's a lot of them here, right? Ah, we got a pop, though. But yeah, that's what's so great about them. If anybody knows a website like that for Magic the Gathering, just tell me. And the thing you can just do with them, you have some nice progress badges, and that's it. They're cute things if you're not... well, depending on how you see them. For me, they're gonna be great achievements because I'm actually spending currency on them. Gamified currency. Where is this? Does it have to be a snowman? Okay. Ducky's like, gosh darn it, 3 on the way. Just as we came here, right? It is a tough area to reach. Ducky, if you feel like it's better not to go for notorious monsters and to do these instead, we can do that. You're the one that knows Eureka better than me. You as well, Mist. Many of you as well, Tajigen. But we should always be going for a notorious monster, right? Let's ignore the dragon. Wait, aren't we gonna die like this? Uh-oh. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna run. The dragon. Is it still... Okay, hold on. Hopefully I don't get killed. Yeah, because the dragon is attacking you, so... It worked out. I'm not getting attacked by it anymore. Okay, thank goodness. Dude, that was close! You maniac! No, I get it, because then the aggro is kind of lost down here, right? Restarting PC, catch a miss, no problem. I think you won't make it to the Notorious Monster, though. We might have to start without you, if you were interested in that. But okay. Yeah, because... So, for those who don't know, when you drop down in Final Fantasy XIV and you get fall damage, you can never die from fall damage. You get, at most, reduced to 1 HP. What can happen is that an enemy attacks you right after that and kills you. Or, if you were in the middle of combat, and you do drop down, then yes, you can get to 0 in the middle of combat. Even if you didn't receive any damage from that combat, just being in combat kills you. That's what happened with Ducky right there. I think what happened was that I wasn't in that combat somehow, and that's why the dragon was not on me, and I also didn't die from that. Or I was in combat, but because Ducky is the one driving the car, the mount, is that what happened? You're the one that got the fall death. Still buffering, goodness. Hopefully it's something fixable. It's not your internet, or if it's your PC, it's something that can be fixed. Fixable. That's not even the word, I think, but you get what I mean. Where did we go again? I'm guessing we go to gravitational. No? Geothermal. Oh, no, wait, never mind. Yeah. I was focusing on the wrong thing. The flag is right there, and I keep forgetting. All right. What you can do with those websites opening the cards, you can just open them over and over and over and over again. You can open like 1,000 at once, I think, and then just get everything at once. That's not what I'm gonna do. That's not what I'm gonna do. Some people are looking for parties, for notorious monsters. If anybody's looking to get Ash Kane or sprites, maybe I should have done a shout, but that's all right. But all right. Looking for group. You know, you ever see that LFG, which is meant to be let's fucking go, and you just think it's looking for group? That happens to me all the bloody time. And like, you would think it takes me only a split second, depending on the context, to know, oh wait, they actually meant looking, let's fucking go. No. Sometimes it's a good, solid 5 seconds, or I don't know how many. Or hell, I'm not even noticing the context. That happens too. Can we lose the aggro on that dragon? No, I think we can. Oh, it's, wait. Oh, okay, I think I know which one this is. Right. King Igloo right there. There we go. I love this Notorious Monster. So much fun. Always makes me crave an ice cream, you know? Not that I have any ice cream. My throat has been so sensitive to those things lately. Okay, one more is on the way, which is missed. Oh, but because you did log back in, right? Hopefully things are okay, missed. But yeah, if there's any buffering, it's most likely on your end. And if it's on my end, nothing is telling me it's on my end. Not OBS, not my dashboards. It's rare to have the case in which my dashboard on a platform, a streaming platform, is telling me that there's lag, and OBS is not telling me that. No, like, it's always, any lag that happens, OBS is always gonna catch it, I think. What I have had happen is that maybe the video that plays on the dashboard itself buffers, even though the internet is perfectly fine. Because I think it's intentionally trying to save on resources. And I think it's something that is helpful even if you have 1,000 gigabytes upload speed, you know? Oh, Elemental. Elemental popped up. 19.6, 29.2. They didn't actually put the thing on the chat. 19.6, 29.2. Oh, I think Mist was having issues. Okay. Then alright, we start already. I forgot the level sync. There we go. Was there a mechanic with Kingy Glue? He sometimes goes underground, right? I think. Oh wait, Mist is on the way! Ah! Oh no, wait. I'm going to stop attacking it. Though, well, that might not work. The others are... Ah, there's the AoEs, okay. Those are the mechanics. Okay, Mist says no worries if you kill it. This is gonna look bad if I'm standing next to them and not doing anything, so... Let's do the thing. I mean, no, they all saw that. They all saw the message. It was in shout. It was not in party chat. Anyway, I'm falling in love with just opening virtual card packs that you can just open for free for nothing, you know, simulators. I'm not actually, like, spending, like, you know, what was jams in Master Duel or anything? No. I can just open 1,000 of them on paper. I don't because I actually want to spend a currency on them. Pays off nicely. Let me tell you that. I feel like you could do a stream of that somehow. I don't know. No, and like, that reminds me. Gamification happens to streams as well. Over on the Purple Dimension, for streams on Twitch, we have channel points. Star particles in my channel, right? Remember, you can do redeems. Still brainstorming new redeems. What I'm really hoping to do, I hope I don't say this and it doesn't happen, but I feel like I want to say this at least. Potentially one incentive in the subathon is going to become a redeem as well. that can be done for star particles after the subathon. Or something akin to it. A minor version of the incentive. Something like that. Let's stay tuned on it. I know there was once a time in which I said we were gonna do something new for subs now, and we never got around to it, and I still feel so terrible for that. But yeah, by now it's been so long, right? It's just not happening. Oh yeah, we go for these. Oh yeah, let's let you pull them. Oh yes, and sprites. Let's go. Should I attack this thing here? I'm gonna attack this ball corpse. Or wait, did you mean to aggro this one? I mean, looks like it's Ashkin. Looks spooky enough to be Ashkin to me, but I don't know. I'm looking at the map that tells you. Actually, it might be easier to check in the wiki or something like that. Val corpse. Wow. This is wild. This is the Wild West. Nobody knows exactly what has spawned. Nobody's keeping a tracker. We're in the Wild West, baby. We're in prehistory. There's no recorded history. Everybody just kind of guesses the way the world is working. Word of mouth is the only thing that does it. Writing hasn't been invented yet. Yeah, or it's been invented, but it's super archaic and not known by everyone. My goodness, my goodness. There's no civilization, man. Such primitive civilization. Sid Meier's civilization. You can only start when agriculture has been discovered. You can't be nomads, otherwise you're not settling your things, right? Yeah, Mist is telling me in game this ain't Civ 5 or 6, Khaiden. You'd be surprised with the mods out there. There's gotta be an FF14 mod somewhere. I would love it if there was one. Oh, elemental conflict. Goodness. Have I seen this one before? Oh yeah, it was around. Fascinating, fascinating. Do we get bunnies out of this? I think we do. We haven't even researched the wheel yet, says Mist. That's even worse. How are we? Oh, the humanity. Oh, the hyurity. I don't know. There's no humans here. There's only hyurs. There's no elves. There's only Ellison. There's no potatoes. There's only Lalafels. There you go. Or what was the name? Tarutaru, I think, or am I thinking of Tataru? Wait, is her name literally just kind of a like the name of this of the race in FF11? MMORPG players are still in the monkey age. When we don't get trackers like this, that's how it is. Hey, I do feel like we've gone back several centuries when I can't fly my mount, I'll tell you that much. So here we are in Eureka. Ducky says, and here I thought it was the save I was working on the Manhattan Project. Ah, in Civilization. You nuclear maniac. You're giving competition to Gandhi in Civ. This is just me gonna play Civ. You know what? I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna do something. Forgive me for not contributing to the damage right there. You got me curious. I'm gonna search for Civilization 5 first. If I put FF14 Civilization 5... First result from Reddit. Gridania for Civilization 5, Brave New World. 9 years ago. Steam community... No, it's not around anymore, I think. Okay. Let me see. Ooh, there's actually not a lot. There's a scenario. An Eorzea scenario. I gotta play more scenarios when I do come back. Okay, let's search. Let's search for. Give me a second. Oh, Raktika Grey Woods. No, that's something different. Civilization 6 mods. Limsa Lominsa. That's also like 80 years ago. Wait. Or Civ 6. I forget Civ 6 actually came out a while ago as well. Yeah, but there's no. The link doesn't work. Okay. Sorry. Got distracted with maniacal things like that. Oh, I think we have a pop. Oh, a fairy. Never mind. Oh, we're going back to the level 39 area. We're gonna pop Lohi? What is that one? Are you kidding me? Wait, are you serious? That's the top level. That means you need like 20 people at least, from what I understand. Okay, there's a Pagus Elemental. If we kill a lot of ball corpses like that, that will spawn. You want to lose a level? I mean, sure. I don't mind losing a level, but do you mind? I don't know. I actually don't mind losing the level, but I'd rather not, of course. I don't want to take forever with Eureka either, but my previous ambition of trying to finish all of it before we start the Shadowbringers, I'm not going for that anymore. No. We're instead... Look at this thing. This looks like an... It has an ice cream shape to it. Look at this right here. It's like the cone and then the ice cream on top of it. Yeah, it's snow. That helps it. But not just because of that. It's the shape too. Anyway, there's another one over there. Kind of like mushrooms as well. Ice mushrooms. Snow mushrooms. Anyway. Yeah, what was I saying? ADHD going brrr again. Let me take some water. Oh yeah, yeah, now we can be more chill about Eureka. As I said, today is a casual stream. Except, it's Eureka. Is there such a thing as casual? Also, I feel like these things over here, they're all ashkin. That only pops up at night, but I don't know. Well, we can try any of them. Actually, it would be good if we can try them, be on level. And ideally, there's sprites and or ashkin. No, there can be only one or the other. Or ashkin. And then also maybe makes an NM spawn. I doubt anybody has spawned that notorious monster, right? So, there's that. Oh, and somebody was asking about Cassie, copycat Cassie. Blizzards are only in 454 minutes, and that's not Eorza time minutes, that's real time. Outside of it. How many hours is that? Let me whip out the calculator before we engage here. 7.5 plus hours. Oh, yeah, is this a range enemy? You're not the only one that's range, bitch. Bring it on. I see the name Val in that. There's like few people I know here and there that are called Val, or you know, Val is like their nickname, and I'm like, whoa, what happened to you, Val? They killed you. Oh no! Kind of first thought that comes to mind. Yeah. Or a Valentine's Day corpse. Gotta think of something potentially for a stream or something we can do for that. Now, Halloween themed streams, holiday themed streams. We've done them, but some love, some hearts, some love on February 14 or around that time. I haven't done. Ooh, I love the look of this area, by the way. I haven't done something like that in a while, but yeah. What have we done that is even themed that way? I don't think it was a stream, but content we made rather. I copied pasta or something, or it was voice lines, if I recall correctly. It's been a minute now, actually, and I was not using the right attack. We're risking things here. We're risking things. High level things here. And we're popping the heart of this enemy by a long margin here. We do have the nice elemental blessing. Damage blessing. Okay, very nice. Let's not forget. Sanda. Damage over time. Yes, yes, yes. Fire. Ice. Thunder. You see how chill Eureka can be, though. Except when I kind of gotta really focus on it or something, but this is where I tend to listen to audio dramas, audiobooks, podcasts. A few times I have done it off stream, which are more, well, there's been several hours of them, but they're not that many when it comes to, like, time set on it. Quantity. Like that. You know what? Let's use this. I think that also activates your, like, thunder. Damage over time. I don't know, I forget the descriptions of these things. I just make things explode. Freeze them. Electrocute them. We've established a great flow of this. If they do changes to Black Mage again, it'll take some getting used to, I think. A bit early for that dot, but not too early either. Change, my dear. It seems on a moment too soon that the Sixth Doctor has his first words. Well, some of his first words. I need to get back to the big Doctor Who journey I was doing. Went through like all the media in the quote-unquote chronological order within the Doctor's timeline, and that's already something that may not even be a thing given the nature of the show and everything, but yeah. It was ambitious, like audios, books, all of it, in a certain order. I still haven't gotten past the first Doctor, and I won for a while, but I'm okay with that. I love the first Doctor too. Especially when he laughs like that. He goes, That little laugh that William Hartnell did, man. Every time they make him look very grumpy and old and tired and all that, I'm like, that is not what he was like. No, not really. Not really. But ooh, that's a whole other tangent related to Doctor Who. It was this nice website where you could keep track of like the media you've experienced, and I wanted to do more with that website. I didn't get around to it because I got ambitious because I wanted to also keep leaving, let's call it a review, but more than a review, it's not so much a review as it is like continuity notes for each of them. Really putting it all together. But then I kind of hit a roadblock with that, in a way. I'll pick it back up soon, I hope. What I wanted to do was to retroactively kind of do the ones I already went through. New ones have come ever since that have already that have covered a time period I've already gone through, and I need to go back to them. I digress now. That's another story. But man, the Big Finish audios for Doctor Who, so damn good. The few other things not Doctor Who related that Big Finish have done, there's one or two I maybe have done. I've listened to. I mean, I've done. I talk about them as if they were video games. I did them. I finished the quests. But no, Pathfinder Legends was one of them, and I was still in the middle of Season 2. Since I've been getting kind of into tabletop as well. Look at the hyperfix jumps we do, right? Hyperfix to hyperfix. Truly going brrr with that. But it is fun to talk about as well, Tajigen. Tell me about your hyperfixes as well, even if I know nothing about them. For sure. Okay. Oh, it's daytime, so they're not around anymore. Right, Ducky is looking for something. He told me not to follow. Morning's here, the morning's here. Except it's not a celebration, so no need to sing that song. We can't go for those Ashkin anymore. Or, you know, spawning Lohi. Yeah, in 37 minutes is nighttime. I say we don't bother with it anymore. It was gonna be interesting to see that pop. What were you planning to do, you maniacs? Only the three of us? You know, we would have shouted it out, but how many players would have come for this? Not everybody is, like, at a good level for this. Ooh, we have a lot of people in the instance now. Nice. Mayu. Arch Angra Mainu. Let me see the location on the map. 2425. We wanna, Oh, I can get on the Chocobo. Okay. Ah, thank you. Thank you for letting me know. But yeah. The Doctor Who journey taking it like that is great. And I am such an ambitious maniac, though. I get so ambitious about things to the point I kind of hit a roadblock on them. That's also why things are unfinished. It pays off so well when it pays off. Because I've done this as well. I was kind of in the middle of doing that as well for Star Wars. You know, after we finished Knights of the Old Republic, I went for the old part of the novel, The Old Republic Revan, that I listened to as audiobook. And I actually started Knights of the Republic 2 off stream, which I'm kind of regretting now. I haven't even gone back to it. If we do end up doing it on stream, I'm just going to start from scratch. And then, yeah, I haven't experienced most of the game at all. Unlike Knights of the Republic, I had yet to play the game when I started it. But anyway, the point is I was going through the Legends timeline. And that actually started so many years ago. Oh, you know Pazuzu for Animos? The only worst one is Cassie in this zone, but that's only because of the mobs you killed to prep her. They're saying in-game. Yeah, Pazuzu is like the level 20 and also most difficult one right there. The one we were going for, Lohi, if I'm saying it right, we need to kill Val corpses for that. That's the equivalent to that, and that's why I was like, wait a minute. From what I understand, you need like at least 20 players for that at top level. Or even like, well, I don't think it gets as far as needing the 100 plus that Eureka instance can hold, but yeah. I'd love to one day experience Eureka with the 100 plus players. That would be so brilliant. It's probably something that gets organized in a specific way and all that. The Baldesion Arsenal thing I was talking about, right? I want to do it for the story and all that. Helping players with it if I can would be great too. Of course, I'm going to do my best to contribute and all that, but that has to be so organized from what you all told me last week. So yeah, we still have a time before we have to cross that bridge anyway. Similarly, in a much smaller scale, Heaven on High, it also pays off to organize that. 2 gravitational studies. Where were we going again? 36.19. Yeah, let's just ride on the Chocobo. Or well, 36.19. Yeah, around here, the Ice Bloom Cavern. Alright. Probably keep going until the top of the hour, FYI. We've done well, we've done well. On the time frame we've given the stream today, it's possible that we really do keep going for 2-hour streams. Well, if we do a streaming week, not counting TSC streams, they'll continue being on their own time. Which already, like, it's not that far from 2 hours. It's 3 hours, except for tomorrow, Saturday, in which we aim for 4 hours now. If we have a Wednesday stream, which I'm hoping we still do, I might allow myself to rest a little bit more and prepare a few more things, but let's see. I might even just, depending on what I have to prepare, I might be cheeky enough to do a co-work stream. Make that be the first one. Sooner or later, we have to do it. Let's ignore that aggro. What level is this thing? 38, and it's 2 of them. It's gonna get heated. But, what was I saying? If we have a Wednesday stream next week, chances are it's a 2-hour affair. Like, no, really, like 2 hours. Or, we'll see. I said really, let me be serious about it, then I'm like, wait, no, maybe... No, I mean, I'll have something on Thursday morning, so I'll have to, like, have things prepared, and... Oh! Now I finally have all of Eureka Pagos mapped. The final area needed is here. Yeah, these things. What are we killing here? None of these seem to be for anything I see in the tracker. Val, Ymir, well, whatever. Let's just kill things. Snail time. That's missed in the in chat. Snail time indeed. Let's not forget those dots. Let's not forget that foul magic. And you know what? I think it is time for ley lines. We need more speed, more firepower. Yes. Hello, Diofo. Hope I'm saying your name right. And welcome to the stream. Oh, no, not this. Let's not do sleep. Foul. I was like, why is it so slow? It's the ley lines fading. Let's not summon them anymore, though. Almost down here. Ah, what the hell? I'll do the dot. The sounds they make. Those sounds can either be so satisfying or so ugh to me. You know, you ever have that with spaghetti, like... Sorry if I destroy your ears with that, but those kinds of sounds. That was my best impression of them, I guess. Oh yeah, these are the ones that need to be killed. Yeah, we had to kill the snails because they were on the way, right? They're gonna aggro. They're level 39, just like these things here. Don't go up at the goppers. I expect this notorious monster will have some eyes on me mechanics, so we'll have to turn around, most likely. I don't know if that's the actual name of them, but I call them eyes on me. Like, sometimes they have that as the effect name, but sometimes they get another one, I think. I'm not sure. You have to look away, though. You have to look away. It's a Medusa situation, though it's not always petrification. Listen to those rhymes. Ducky! We're out of our leak here, maybe? I think we need to run. Yes, okay. Let's run. Where can we go? Where can we go? Might lose a level here. Because we're on a tough spot right here. Because if I drop down, I'm gonna die, you know? Is this safe enough? No. Yeah. Oh, Ducky, you're alive again, thank goodness. Woo! Okay, thank goodness for that. You were able to be revived, right? I thought we wiped right there. Ooh. Oh, wait, no, you ran. Okay, no, I think Ducky ran and then you're gonna come back to Restless with feathers? Okay. No pressure. Prioritize miss because I don't actually mind losing the level. I'll see what I can do to keep grinding this off stream either way. I don't think we're reaching level 35 today. No rhyme intended. Ooh. The rhymes. But yeah, it's 10 minutes, right? Oh no, and Miss did die before me, I think. So it's not like we were 5 minutes apart from each other, but yeah. Duck is on the way, I think. Oh wait, why do I see... Yeah. Lot of enemies. What was I saying? Lost my train of thought again. No, wait, wasn't saying anything anymore, right? Sometimes I do finish talking about something, but I feel like I didn't. So if I repeat myself in that way too, do forgive me. Sometimes I can be like Mojo Jojo, whether it's because of that or not, in which I explain a thing over 7 times. Mojo Jojo from Powerpuff Girls, right? FF14, the critically acclaimed, the award-winning, the one that can be spelled XIV with 1-4, with 14. FF14, nobody calls it that, but you can call it that. Why not? The 14th game in the Final Fantasy franchise, the second MMO in the Final Fantasy franchise, the one that Yoshi P became the producer of, the first Final Fantasy game that Yoshi P became full producer of. I might be wrong about that, but I don't know. Before FF16, the one that collabed with Fall Guys, the one that collabed with FF16, etc, etc. You know, see, we can expand the hell out of that copy pasta, you see? Sometimes it's unintentional, though, when I repeat myself. It's fun, though, because I'm having fun saying it, and I hope you're having fun, too, because of that. Let the maniacal energy of this maniac superstar be infectious. Oh, they're saying we go to Cow? Which one was Cow? Which one was the Cow? Oh, Elder Buffalo. Holy Cow. It's literally called Holy Cow. I keep forgetting. I either have seen somebody mention it before, or we did it before. We've done it before. It's level 31. We probably did it before. I've only recently been in these levels still. Last stream, after we did the Halloween collab, what level was I? 30 and I went to 31-ish. Where did we go again? Gravitational. I forget which is which, so I have to zoom in to see the name. Mist is just shouting in the chat. You know, the shout chat for the zone. All hail our Lord and Savior, the Holy Cow. Oh, and it's spawned already. That's why they were saying it too. Oh, somebody did the pop. My bad. I thought we were coming to like grind the buffaloes. We can aggro everything around here. It's not just me. Oh, wait. Oh, shoot. My bad. That was the cow. I'm getting out of there. Wait, are we engaging already? Wow. Holy cow, indeed. Okay, did we engage already? Wait. What's going on? It's just, yeah. Didn't mean to engage. That's why I wanted to lose the aggro. We want to run away, right? That's why I was running away, to lose the aggro. Did I lose it? Uh-oh. It did a henshin. It did a power up. Oh no. Get out of the way, Ducky. I don't know if anybody else was on the way. Nobody else might be on the way, but... I'm gonna... damn it, hold on. I wanted to say in-game... I can't do it. I can't do it while I'm getting attacked. So, God damn it, I'm chatting. Don't attack me. I tried to lose the aggro. But okay, so miss set at 26, but okay. Let's go for it then. Let's go for it. Can jump straight to them. Oh yeah, especially after that AoE was right there. Sometimes I'm like, you know, sometimes I'm like, I shouldn't do the teleport because I'm right next to it, but it's still so slow to just try to run up to it when you're not sprinting anyway, even when you're sprinting arguably. And then that AoE happened. Now I did well jumping straight to it with skill. What's it called again? Between the lines. Might as well kill the buffalo there. And that was the wrong skill. Whatever. Whatever. Alright, that worked out. That worked out. But yeah, the attack was still on, and I think it worked out. I think nobody else was in the way. Alright. What were we going for? Finishing my water right here. I'll refill it after the stream. I think we're fine. So I haven't hydrated as well today. My energy levels have been... Well, no, actually. I was gonna say my energy levels have been decent today. Despite not hydrating much, but no, I forgot I took a small nap earlier in the day. I really needed it. Yeah. I wonder if going to sleep around 2 AM last night has something to do with it. You think that has something to do with it, Tajigen? Sorry, also checking something off screen. Give me a second. And yeah, it's a good moment, right? Because we're being driven, we're being carried in all sorts of meanings of the word, right? We're being chased by the paladin. We might be disbanding the party soon, so I say we don't invite anyone? I don't know. Well, depending if you want to do anything else on Eureka after I'm done on my side of things. I do hope to keep doing it more off stream though. Maybe I will go for some relic grinding. I think what would get me to do that more, because it's for Fashion Fantasy's sake. I don't think it's for any stats sake. What would really make me do that is to get more glamour plates. So yeah, when that day comes, man, the floodgates are gonna open. Even something as small as, I don't know, what's the smallest possible thing that's not too small? 25, 30? I keep saying 40 to double the number, but 25? I don't know. Oh, also I have 30 minutes left on the instance, but I think we're fine. Yeah, I'll leave it for that. It's one way or another. Bunch of snails. Yeah, let's avoid them this time. But then these things here. Sick design, by the way. I don't get to appreciate the enemies' designs all the time. I am appreciating these snails. They look really cool. Right. Let's be careful with the gulpers. Alright. You know, I think I will go for that Tisane after the stream, though. I have some chamomile right there. Tisane, for those who don't know, is also a way of saying herbal tea. Technically, let me put my nerd sunglasses. Actually, they're supposed to be called Tisanes because they're not from the tea plant. I do think it's better not to do that, or at least make that be a standard. Why am I not doing AoEs? I'm too busy yapping about maniacal things. Because it's like saying coffee is bean tea, basically. But I don't know, actually, because other languages may have the same word, and like... Mostly it's an origin in China, from the origin of the tea plant and all that, but I'm not sure. They might even have a different word for it, right? So let's see how we do here with the gulpers in the meantime. I actually have so many Tisanes that... And, you know, Tisanes tend not to have caffeine or theanine on them because, you know, they're not from the tea plant. But yeah. One that sometimes gets called an herbal tea or a Tisane even, and this is also incorrect, is mate, yerba mate, which I have in a few streams here and there. I'm probably gonna have it also on Sunday. It's good for streams in which I expect to be long because I can keep rebrewing on the same cup over and over. That's what you're supposed to do. But yeah. Coffee, oh, Mist is saying in-game, coffee is just worse hot chocolate, and both are bean soup. Now, that sounds to me more appropriate than saying bean tea. Thank you. Thank you very much. Bean soup, though. Imagine you actually have coffee in an entire soup bowl and you drink it like that. Or you eat it with a spoon. Somebody has done that somewhere at some point. But, you know, mate actually has caffeine. Or is it theanine at that point? Matine? I don't know. You know what I have done, though? Learn from my mistake. Maybe everybody makes this mistake at some point if they're curious enough and they don't know enough to know better. I didn't know better. Once upon a time, I was like, woke up one day and I'm like, you know what would be great to be super efficient? And I'm very curious. This is gonna mix really well, actually. I'm very curious to see what the flavor is gonna be. I'm having cereal for breakfast today. And I have instant coffee. You just put it on milk or water or both and boom. Let's put it on the cereal, right? I mean, it's milk. It mixes well with it. And then it's gonna be so good. Don't do it. It was not good. It was not good. The milk maybe mixes well. The rest of the cereal kind of taking in the flavor. No. We've committed a crime that day, man. And I got my punishment. I did finish the cereal, but he was like, oh, let's not do this again. Hello, Humpy. Good to see you, though. Oh, cheap caviar plus majo, great on bread. Ooh. Never had caviar in my life, I think. We talked about this on the stream, I think, or something related to caviar. Oh, peanut butter plus strawberry jam, says Mist in the game chat. This guy keep clarifying his game chat. Because you can't see it, Tajigen. But yeah. Any peanut butter and jam. They usually say peanut butter jelly, but I find it's jam I use more than jelly. They're pretty much the same thing for me. Ah, now you're making me crave that. I haven't had jam in forever. Kinda trying not to have too many sweets either. Because I was overdoing it with them. Nothing really happened, like, you know. Like, the doctor is telling me, okay, you messed up and you got this because you ate too many, but that's the point, right? I don't want anything to happen. So I was reducing them. But yeah, the gulpers continue. Without the Arch Angramania. Or is it Arc? No, it's like Archmage, right? Sometimes that's pronounced Arc, but no. Ah, but yeah, that sounds so delightful. Peanut butter and strawberry. Pineapple on pizza, that's fine. You know what I used to say? I used to say I'm neutral towards it. I neither like nor dislike it. But I'm finding that I'm more leaning towards liking it. I don't love it, but I think I do like it. Next pizza I order might have pineapple on it. Might do that. You ever had pear on pizza, though? Surprisingly, that was amazingly good. But they made sure it's cut in a way, you know, they made it be very thin slices that mix in well. It was good. But to be fair, maybe I'm recalling incorrectly. You couldn't really taste it as pear, that unlike pineapple. But that was actually amazing. I had it once in like a restaurant. But yeah. Mist says never tried pear on pizza, but both Ducky and Mist approve of pineapple on pizza. Yeah. That's a new one. I'm kind of surprised it's not more known because it was new to me too. But you know how if you're not used to a fancy restaurant, I don't know. Some of you might relate to this. Tell me if you do, maybe. But like, you go to a fancy place and you're not used to them, and it's like they tell you a dish is done like this, and it's like, oh well, I guess that's how it is. I don't know about the topic. It's weird to me, but this is maybe known to millions of people around the world, and I just don't know it. Maybe that was more obscure than I thought. Apple pie pizza does sound terrible, though. Which Lucky said in the chat there in game. But yeah, we got the pop. So let's wait for maybe people to come. What a fancy looking big eye right here. You know what I wanted to do with that gamified system I set up? I wanted to sort of pretend there's gacha pulls being done and I collect them. By doing a random page on a wiki. And I save the picture somehow. If I could, I would change it so that it's inside a capsule or it's even a trading card, but That's just way too much work for something that's meant to be a reward for me rather than a chore in itself. It's meant to reward my chores with the gamify system mania we've had, right? But one of those would be, hey, what if I pull that in the Gachapon Archangra Mania? If you get something like, I don't know, a game developer that maybe doesn't apply to this gacha system, or you just want it to be, let's say you're doing this in the Kamen Rider Wiki, and you just want it to be riders and their forms, maybe their arsenal, but not the Kaijin, right? You get a page that's like, Ika Devil, a Kaijin from Kamen Rider. You just re-roll again until you get it, and you have a collection amassed. Miss says, blueberry pie is one of the things I love thinking about, but then I eat it and it's just so sweet and I don't like it. I ever had blueberry pie? Anything blueberry just sounds so damn good to me. I prefer blackberry more, but blueberry can be absolutely delightful. And then the novelty of having it be blue, even if it doesn't quite look blue all the time, just makes it a lot of fun. Blueberry pies are 99% of the time way too much. Never had one of them. I should try one of them. I've been meaning to learn to bake a pie. I've never done that. I don't know how to do it. And I still remember when the 2020 started, when we were still sweet summer children, when the year 2020 started, I did not only New Year's resolutions, but New Decade resolutions. One of the New Decade resolutions was to learn to bake a pie and to bake one. Let it come out terrible, but at least I did it. And learned it, maybe. And that's the thing. So, might take a while also for people to arrive here because it's a complex area to reach. Not just, like, trying to drop down to it. Where did Ducky mark this? Oh, okay. Yeah, we had issues with another area that was similarly difficult to reach. But it's not just that, it's also the enemies around it. Oh, blackberry Norwegian are called something that can be translated as bearberry. I'm guessing bears eat a lot of them. I can see that. Bears, I guess, eat a lot of berries. Fish is what they're known for eating, but like they eat a lot of... Oh, and honey as well. Winnie the Pooh teaching us about that. See, what pairs so well with tea for me... All sorts of sweets and desserts too, but the one I'm used to the most is just good old bread. Not even toast, but if it's toast too, that's great too. But just good old bread with some sort of jam. And now you're making me crave it, but I don't have anything like that. Not even a Nutella or something. I gotta buy... damn it. Put it on the damn shopping list. I've been procrastinating on shopping trips. I'm out of some things that I need to restock on. But yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna have some tea after the stream. I'll prepare as soon as possible. Get cozy because it's gonna get me all warm. Oh, apparently bears eat tree roots as well, says Mist. I guess like cows and bulls eating grass, you know? They have the system for it. Cows have like multiple stomachs, right? Everything is an exchange. The reason why human beings... and humanoids that are similar enough to human beings need to eat over 1,000 times per year. It's because they do way more than a dog would do, arguably, or than a cat, or than an animal or a creature that wouldn't eat as much, right? Okay, we do need to kill... Wait. Oh, I thought we lost the aggro. They were just turning towards Ducky. Okay. Yeah, let's kill these two. Back when Norway had issues with starvation, we ate something called... something that can be translated as spark bread. That sounds kind of cool. You ever look at something that's not food, and you know it's never gonna taste well? Maybe not even be edible? Technically anything could be edible, but... And you think, that would make good food? It's like when a cake gets a shape like something, right? Sometimes I look at trees and tree logs, and I'm like... They look delicious. I'm picturing a chocolatey, nutty flavor out of them. That's not at all what it's gonna be, but... Ah, man, yeah. I don't like cakes in general. It's all about pies for me, and it's not just a preference, like, I mean it. Cakes, they're a damn lie. I said this last stream too, didn't I? No rhyme intended, but... How the hell do people like cakes? They're so damn boring. I'm sick of eating them by the second bite. I'm exaggerating a bit, but still. All those cakes, right? Oh, eyes on me, eyes on me. Yeah. Mortal Gaze, that's the actual name here. I just know it as eyes on me all the time. Almost messed up right there as I'm ranting about cake. Give me a birthday pie on my birthday, Tajigen, not a birthday cake. Somebody in Animal Crossing. We had a great moment in Animal Crossing birthday stream before. It's still in the clip somewhere, actually. Ugh! Mana word, mana word, mana word. Ah, damn it! Didn't get it on time, and I aggroed another gulper. This is a top one. I mean, I should have... Oh, my goodness. Can't do anything. Let's activate triple cast. Anyway, what was I saying? Let's go back to the cake rant. Not the cake rant, but... Yeah, I've seen cakes that are shaped like that sometimes. Or I look at things where I expect them to have the texture and flavor of like a cookie or an Oreo. Oh my god. This is a tough enemy. Wow. I can't escape the Fall Guys event even if I'm not doing the Fall Guys event, am I? Now, what I'm thinking is gonna happen, and we'll see if I'm right or not, and I really hope I'm wrong, is that we'll get that misdirection effect, and we'll also get the Mortal Gaze, the eyes on me effect. And I was able to just turn around though, right? Without going in a direction. I'm not sure though. No, I think I couldn't. But if I can just turn around, then yeah, it's okay. It's not as bad as I think it's gonna be. But yeah, so many things were like, oh, Miss was saying they ran out of wheat to make bread, so they used tree bark instead. Ooh, interesting. Yeah, to me, that just sounds delicious, but I don't know. It's like, I don't know, I expect something to have a nice barley, a nice wheaty, bready flavor, or even texture. Or like a cookie, like chocolate, and no, it doesn't. I don't know why, when I think of the Middle Ages, I picture chocolate as being a flavor associated with them. They didn't know chocolate back then, not in Europe anyway. And when I think of the Middle Ages, I think of, you know, the classic knights and everything in Europe and all that. I think it's because of, there's a brand of chocolate that names itself after a king, I think. Ooh, what do we have here? Cold Warp Lockbox. I gotta take a look at that loot right there. And you need to die. Oh, Mist is saying it did not taste good. Let me get away from the other one over there. Let's return to camp. Thank you so much, Miss Ducky. We're gonna wrap it up there for Eureka. Great timing, great way to wrap it up with an Notorious Monster and a difficult one like that. Ah, okay, yeah, it's related to the history of Norway, right? Ah, I can also go on such rabbit holes just reading about history. There's so much I don't know. You know, I've always wanted to do... I kind of have done this, but reading the whole thing, right? I always read the Civilopedia entry into Civilization. But like in Wikipedia entries, for example, just reading just choosing a country, reading its whole history. But you know what happens with that, right? And if you don't, what happens is that they're not always a country. You pick, I don't know, one that was very different before. You pick Canada, let's say, for example. It wasn't always Canada. You're gonna have to go for the other name it was known by at the time, right? You gotta just look at the whole North American history for a moment, and that's where it gets complicated. Like, oh, do I want to look at all the history of North America as well? Like, where these branches, it's like multiple branches in a story in a game where there's multiple branches you can go through. It's like the 326 library sequences in Shadow the Hedgehog, like we talked about earlier. Damn it! Every permutation, every combination possible. But yeah. But alright. You know, one has to think. I gotta get out of here either way because it's 13 minutes I have left. The best thing most people can do right now, is to get out of this instance. I'm gonna tell them. But yeah, no tracker, but I think a lot of enemies have gone down in this instance. But alright. So yeah, many players might want to start a new one anyway. Oh, and Mr.'s like... Mr. saying, you should blame this Khaiden guy. See ya! And then he left, you maniac. Been fun, but I'm going to go hang out with some others then. Take care, Khaiden. Here's to you hitting 35 soon. Let's go. No, we should be getting that soon. I didn't get to do the challenge log here. By just doing these... Ooh, wait. Oh, it's not nighttime. It's gonna be nighttime in a little bit. Okay. A little bit of overtime right here. Let's wait for it to become 6 p.m. I'm gonna seek some Ashkin. Might take a while to reach them. Oh no, you know what? No. Never mind. No. It was only 2 that I needed for this one for 20, but... no. I don't have my return skill, and I don't... No. Never mind. Let's get out of here. I didn't need to return here to leave the instance. I keep forgetting, but... Yeah. Alright. Good stuff in Eureka. Good, nice, casual session. Good times with it. That's a casual session in Eureka. By Eurekan standards, that's casual, right? Casual sesh. Bleh. Can't say words. Beware, Khaiden the Ashkin Hunter comes. Soon, TM. Ideally, I'm able to do these challenges in the challenge log. And if by any chance we do anything Eureka Pyros before the Shadowbringer Sabaton next week, then it's new challenges, but it's for Pyros instead. We'll see. I don't think it's gonna happen though. If the Wednesday stream ends up being F14 Eureka, maybe, but that's a different story in its own way too. Alright, I don't need to be at the inn. We can just exit right here. It's gonna be weird not to keep coming back to Kugane over and over. Although we'll still be doing Eureka, you know, while we're doing Shadowbringers, but new hub will come up at some point, and oh man. And I mean, 14 hours of it, mostly, if not all, Shadowbringers. I mean, yeah, we're probably gonna get to that hub. Stormblood also started with a 14-hour stream. This is funny how that works, right? For the rest of the week, Tajigen, Legend CA will happen on Sunday. Like the screenshot you see right there, right? I'll keep the Void Hexmaniacal eyes though. Not Spiral Hexmaniacal eyes like the ones I do have right here, but a different kind of Hexmaniacal. You know, I've had as my browser wallpaper background the picture I took, one of the pictures I took with the Hexmaniacs side by side, in which I had that pose that makes us really look like we're a couple of Hexmaniacs, both of us. Works so well. It's like, I swear to you, I feel like I'm next to my wife right there, and it's almost like our wedding picture. I swear to you. But anyway, getting ahead of myself right there. Before we fist the fists of justice, we have tomorrow Team Selfie Gaming stream on Saturday, which I take a very different form as well. Also with some things that make Khaiden Tajigen, such as a lot of purple. I'm referencing a song horribly with that previous message, Daughter of the Sea from WoW. I've never heard of that. Never heard of that. Probably much further than I ever got in WoW. Never got very far in it, all things considered. But yeah. Let us see. And yes, we're gonna do a raid on the purple dimension. Let us see who we can drop the invasion from another dimension into. Thank you so much to all of you who are in the red dimension. You know, I wish I could make you part of that raid as well. If anything, also jump over there. What, no breaking some rules. Ooh, there's a reason I call them ambiguously the red dimension and the purple dimension. Hey, make sure to give a like over there in the red dimension and all that. I see your likes, thank you for that. And let me see. I mean, there's a raid feature on the red place as well, but it's like, it needs to be set up in particular ways, and I don't have it like that. Only certain people will be done. No, I need to have like a specific circle of people. Like right there, right? Anyway. It's been absolutely great. We went for the full 3 hours, let's freaking go. And we got so close to level 35, the level cap of Eureka Pagos right there. So give me a second here, because sometimes my live following takes a moment to load. And it just freezes for some reason. I tried to click, and then I end up clicking on a stream accidentally that I didn't mean to click into because it's still loading. Let me see. I think I have a great raid in mind here. Seems very good timing from the look of it. Yes. Fantastic Friday Frights. Kamen Rider OT. We talked Tokusatsu today. It's only right that I raid into a Toku streamer, Tokutuber. Kamen Rider OT is doing Resident Evil 7. Bastard. And I have 3 minutes of ads to go through. Which is great. They're starting the stream, yeah. That's why they're having the ads. But because the stream is starting, we can do the raid right there. Let's maybe wait a moment. Everybody should be getting the ads kind of at the same time. Yapping a little bit more. It's been great, Tajigen. The next FF14 stream is most likely going to be the Shadowbringer Subathon next week. I'm sorry I haven't formally announced it yet. Sorry that it's a short notice announcement. Subathons feel like they need more time to set up, right? But look forward to it, because we're really going to think about those incentives well and have a, what I hope is a fancy looking graphic for it that I'll put together. Because incentives now, you know, some of them are FF14 themed. You know for sure the Fantasia is there somewhere. I don't know how many subs I want that to be. I don't think it should be any fewer than 10. But it may be something like 50. That's a high number. Or something like that, at least. But of course, there will be universal ones, right? Like, I don't have any marshmallows, right? I recall we did this in a previous, it was a donathon, a different one for like somebody else. You know, helping them out and all that. Dear Yoru. But we had them, I put like a lot of marshmallows in my mouth. And they're enough size that it was like 12 of them. Hey, you're keeping me fed. You're keeping me fed. I don't have to go on long BRB screens where it's extra because I'm eating as well. Maybe we should do that. 2 birds with 1 stone. There, let's go. Let's go. Modern problems require modern solutions, you see? Big brain, galaxy brain, multidimensional, multiversal brain. Oh yeah, you know what we can do? We can set up the raid message on the purple dimension. Whether you're watching on one or the other, your support is much appreciated. I'm sorry I can't display both chats, but it's really complicated to do it without you know, getting at risk of like Mr. Twitch getting angry, things like that. There's a way to set it up, but I think I need at least a PC upgrade for that, or even much better internet or something like that. I'm not sure. None of those things are set up. They might not be set up for a while, but note that I see all your messages. And I was missing a few of them. I still kind of need to improve, like... I need to get another chat widget than the one that's given to me by the Blue Nexus platform that makes all those multi-dimensional streams happen, as I call it. But alright. Let's drop you over to Kamen Rider OT, who has some beautiful Kamen Rider screenshots and art as their screen, and my stream is buffering. I think it's on my end because I had some weird issues with Twitch streams buffering. But anyway, let's drop the raid, alright? Thanks so much, Tajigen. Hope you have a fantastic rest of your week, start the weekend and all that. But I'll see you around it. The TSC Dimension tomorrow maybe, and/or the Legend CA stream, which will be much longer as usual, alright? Thank you so much, Tajigen. Let's drop the invasion from another dimension. Otsukai-sama deshita.